Brust alongside, currently just right now, Brad Nortman as Kyle Wallace is helping me out. And it's a great day to be a Weed Man Wednesday because that means I get to wear my Weed Man hat and cover up this buzz cut that I'm kind of already sick of right now. I miss my hair.
Yeah, every time I see somebody new, they make a remark on it. Oh, your hair is so short. And I can feel their eyes just go right to my hairline. I'm telling you, the one thing I learned from this buzz experience
is you should never buzz it again.
This is the last time I'm ever buzzing my head. Last time, I was exposed. My hairline was exposed.
What stinks, so if you do see Brad and I on YouTube with the buzz cuts, on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, yours stand out.
The Weed Man is here.
The Weed Man is here.
The Weed Man here.
Thank you for the distraction from our hairlines.
A side note on the Weed Man. My lawn, they've been both the fertilizer and the weed control. I mean, buddy, it's growing like crazy. Nate, the yard guy can't even keep up. It's amazing. It's so green. It's so lush.
Oh, no. He's going to be cutting a lot, and Brad's going to be complaining.
More bill. Bigger bill. I will say, too, the mulch guys are there today. I'm not doing my own mulch, you know. And
how much they charge? I need some mulch guys.
They charge. I'll tell you off air.
Maybe not.
A lot of mulch.
Yeah, if he's got to tell you off air, you ain't going to be able to afford it, Kyle.
At some point, I feel a little bit like emasculated. I don't take care of my lawn. I don't do my mulch. I thought I was going to be more of a man. When I bought this house, I was like, I'm going to be more of the man.
Hey,
of the
Brad.
house. I don't do any of that.
Just let me tell you what you are and what you aren't, okay? Number one, you're not being emasculated. You're just rich.
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, I don't think you should look down on yourself for this one. I think if I had the resources to do all these things, I would too.
I like the idea of getting my hands dirty, just not the actual act of it.
See, if you had no choice,
I don't think any of us blame you for that.
No.
I don't like cutting my grass.
I just don't like you rubbing it in my face right now.
Oh, wow. Not the
I
intention.
feel emasculated. Yeah, you know why you do? Because you got enough money to feel emasculated.
Yeah,
I'm emasculated and I'm supposed to be emasculated.
No, I want to be emasculated the way you are.
Okay, this is getting weird. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. List is more. You should be listening on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. If you're not, you should download it. It's amazing. I have a weird confession. Last night, the Indiana Pacers came back again with 1 minute left against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And Tyrese Haliburton hits the game winner again. There are two comebacks against the Bucks and the Pacers are two historic comebacks of like a sample size of 20 games like that ever in the NBA playoffs.
2 of their last 3 games, they have come back from a 7-point deficit with less than a minute left. 2 of their last 3
That's
games.
insane.
Unbelievable.
And
Unbelievable.
I hate that I love Tyrese Haliburton. I hate that I love him.
Oh, love.
No.
I hate that I love it. I love it.
Love.
No, bro, he's balling out there. He's a stud.
Did you
He's a
forget?
stud. I said I hate
Respect.
that I love this. The key word is I hate that I love this. Are you rooting for him? How could you not be?
All I can think about is old John Haliburton.
I'm not talking about John.
I get it.
I'm talking about Tyrese. Even Giannis. Even Giannis said he likes Tyrese.
I get it. It's too fresh. Now, I will say, I am that kind of guy that says, ooh, the Pacers are doing good. That makes the Bucks' loss feel a little bit better. But I can't
bumps all that.
It's too soon. It's too soon to actually root for Tyrese Haliburton.
Come on, Kyle. You know you feel a little bit what I'm feeling.
All the Pacers.
He is kind of annoying, but he's really good.
He's really good.
I wanted to love Tyrese Haliburton so bad. Kid from Wisconsin, overlooked a little bit. He went to Iowa State, he ended up becoming a star in the NBA, got traded away from Sacramento, made his home in Indiana. I wanted to cheer for him. And I used to love Tyrese Haliburton to what he did to us last year. And then this year, what he did to us. But I'm going to tell y'all this right now. When I got the text message, because I couldn't watch that game, I can't watch the NBA playoffs, especially the Pacers. I saw that they were down by a whole bunch of points. I said, there it is. Everything's right in the world. So they got a little bit closer. And then all of a sudden I saw, they're down by 7, less than a minute left. This game's over. Then I get a text message. Tyrese Haliburton. I said, oh, no, ain't no way. When I go and watch the video, you know when you watch something, you so excited, you got to show people. I said, baby girl, look, she don't care about basketball. I said, baby girl, look.
I was laying in bed.
The free throw.
I was laying in bed. I did the same thing. I had to rewind and said, I know you don't care, but you're about to care.
He got the rebound, and he didn't try to score right. He dribbled to the three-point line, down by what? Dribble between the legs, step back, and knocked it down. I said, oh, hell no. This
nasty.
man, that's cold-blooded.
Yes.
And I called my little cousin. He played on the same AAU team a year. He was Tyrese a year ahead of him. And I called him. I was like, boy, I hate your boy, but I'm telling you. He said, hey, good. He got I want to hate him, but I can't. I cannot hate him.
This is what I'm saying. So you looked at me like I was crazy. Now you're admitting the same thing.
Brad, that was so cold-blooded. It's not the fact that he hit the three. It's the fact that he missed the free throw.
Came
got the rebound,
out.
and dribbled back and said, I'm about to call game on y'all ass.
You guys are rooting for the villain in the movie.
I know, and it sucks. I'm rooting for the Joker.
I'm
rooting for
you
Bane.
You want the Joker to win.
Voldemort.
You want the villain to win. You don't
Darth
want a happy
Vader.
ending.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. There's no doubt it was a nasty moment, and he is balling. He balled out against the Bucks too. He balled out against Giannis in that game-winning layup.
Yeah, I know, and I hated it. I hated it, but he did it.
But he did it to us too.
And
He crossed over Giannis. Giannis overextended. He crossed over. He did the thing.
If it was maybe next year's playoffs, maybe I could be like, oh, I appreciate that. But it's way too soon.
Yeah.
The pain is too poignant.
Put it on Twitter at KBN
Already did.
ESPN.
Already did.
Are you rooting for
This is a bad
Tyrese
take.
Haliburton?
Yep, already out there.
It sucks.
I'm Team Brad here. Now, here's the thing. Last night, I was out and about. I have two different friends who I introduced to each other last night, who are both from Cleveland area
Women?
and are Cavs fans.
And man?
One woman, one man.
Oh, look at you.
Are you setting people up?
Oh, Cupid.
No, he's taken.
So why are you doing that?
Home record.
I don't know.
Trying
I
to
don't know
tempt
I don't know
them.
why you said it that
They
way.
both wanted to watch the Cavs game, and I was like,
Why did you say you brought friends together?
Because they're both from Cleveland, and they're both Cavs fans.
You made it seem
You made it
a little
seem like you were trying to set people
scandalous.
up. Yeah.
All right, that's not what I was trying to say. They're just both Cavs fans.
Well, you keep your friends away from me. I'm taking.
Yeah, I was going to say they're trying to weasel your way into that relationship.
One of them is Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram.
Oh.
Well, we know what she's trying to be set up with.
Yeah.
Right. You
That-
messing with her
okay,
heart.
you're right. That's my bad, although that was communicated to her offline. Anyway, it was very nice to see other people go through the heartbreak I went through last week.
That's actually pretty good.
Misery loves company.
She stormed off. It was awesome. And I mean, look, I can't root for Tyrese, but I can give him his flowers.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a good way to put it.
But
unbelievable. last
that's
night.
you. This is if you're giving him his
I'm
flowers.
impressed, but I hate it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I would rather see Cleveland go back to the finals without LeBron. That'd be a much more fun story for me.
I don't know, man.
I'd rather have anybody else other than Tyrese hit that shot and do that.
Yeah,
Sounds like you guys are happy that it was Tyrese.
I'm not happy, but I'm getting to the point where it's like, man, this guy's cold.
I'm not a
He's
hater.
cold.
And here's the thing: during the regular season, remember when Tyrese Haliburton, the Bucks were down up 3 in Indiana. Tyrese Haliburton gets the ball in the corner, hits a 3 to end the game, but gets fouled and makes the free throw on a 4-point play to beat the Bucks. I said, oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is the guy you're rooting for.
I'm not rooting for him. I'm not rooting for him. I'm
The
appreciating
NBA,
him.
you want the NBA
Brad,
Finals MVP?
listen, I love Wisconsin. I really do. And I take great pride in cheering for folks from Wisconsin. So it pained me not to cheer for him, but I'm sorry. I know he put our Bucks out, but it's our own dang fault.
Last night, I got an Instagram message from one of my buddies. He goes, didn't know that he was from Wisconsin. Now I have to cheer for him. And so again, this just get if you can get rid of the pain, then good for you. If you can't, good for you as well. Right now, I said I'm rooting for Tyrese Haliburton. Are you? Yes, I'm rooting for Tyrese Haliburton 20% of the people. No, can't root for him 80% of the people.
Yeah, it's
So
one
if
of
there, is this a Wisconsin guy thing? Because like if it was,
it's a Wisconsin guy.
It's
thing.
Wisconsin for me.
I'm trying to think.
Pascal Siakam did it. From
No,
the
If
Pacers.
Tyrese Haliburton,
Nimhard, I hate Nimhard.
Nemnard.
I shouldn't say I hate him. I don't like him on the
Let's
court.
say Hunter Wohler joins the Colts, right? Bad example because they're on the same side of the
Vikings.
playoffs. The Vikings, right? He's on the Colts. Let's say he goes to the Vikings. Let's say in the first round of the playoffs, he intercepts Jordan Love, and they're bounced out of the playoffs. You're going to say, "Oh, Hunter Wohler." I mean,
Brad,
boy,
wouldn't
I got to
you?
give him his flower. And he's chirping at the fans at Lambeau. You're going to say, "Oh yeah, I can't. I got to keep on hunting for."
This is a
Hunter
bad
Wohler.
example. Hunter Wohler,
He's
a
super
rookie,
likable,
versus
so
like a
he's
guy
like
who played in the USA Olympic team from Oshkosh, a 3-star that came like through the ranks and is doing this to the Milwaukee Bucks 2 years in a row.
Jonathan Taylor on the Bears.
See, now
that cuts
Strofe,
deep.
Thank you.
Nah, it's a little bit different. I love Jonathan
not.
Taylor, but no, this is. I know he played for Wisconsin, but I'm telling you, there is so much pride when you have guys who make it in the NBA from your state. Like the NFL is so different. There's so many different guys who don't. You're not front and center, right? If you're not a quarterback or a running back receiver,
Are you the world's biggest Tyler Hero fan?
Listen,
I'm not gonna lie, I root for him. I kind of want him to do well.
Listen, Tyler Hero.
No,
he's
there's no
somewhat
way
fake.
you liked what Tyler Hero did to the Bucks in the bubble back in 2020.
Plus decommitting from the Badgers to go to Kentucky.
But he made a decision
which
for
didn't mean
himself
Tyrese didn't get the offer.
He made a decision for himself,
And it worked out.
And it worked out.
I mean, listen,
Con Knippel threw out the first pitch at the Brewers game yesterday because he went to Duke, but
it's
I'm
not-
still going to root for him because he's from
The
Wisconsin.
difference between Con Knippel, maybe even Tyler Hero, who's got a little bit of like chirping him too, is the way Haliburton conducted himself. He had no respect for the Milwaukee Bucks, no respect for Giannis.
come on.
If he would have
Brad,
been
you
humble,
played in the
just like
NFL.
Giannis said,
You
if he
ain't
would've
never
been
seen
a le-
cornerbacks talk crap to wide receivers and wide receivers talk crap.
Yeah, but if he would have had a level of humility to it and not tried.
How you gonna do your hometown like that? You just gonna do that like that? That's the way. That's why I was so mad at him because you gonna do your hometown like that.
What did he do specifically?
He was jaw jacking. He was talking to Dan. You're just talking crazy to us.
He backed it up, and so I can't get mad at anybody who backs
Like
it up.
he turned it up against the Bucks.
Respect Wisconsin. That's the thing that made me so mad about it. It was a player from a different team. Like Nembhard is different. I just don't like him. Right? I just can't stand him. But Tyrese is just like, boy, come on, you're homegrown. I want you to be better for us.
It seems like he was more prickly, more jaw-jacking against the Bucks against anybody else.
The way his dad acted after that game, oh yeah, there is some vendetta against the state of Wisconsin.
His dad doesn't go around the court against Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he's basically banned. But if it was the other way around, he wouldn't do that. There's something about them trying to troll Wisconsin, which I'm not okay with.
If it wasn't the Bucks, we all would be smiling, saying, "Dang, that boy good." Here's the best thing about it. Is during that game, the fans were chanting, overrated. And Donovan Mitchell said, calm down, stop. Overrated. Can you imagine? In the second quarter,
That's what made it so cool.
To chant overrated, and then you end the game and you leave everybody stunned and silent.
He did the thing with the I can't really say.
cojones.
Yeah, I mean the stones. He's got the stones. He's got the big stones.
I kind of love that. I'm not going to lie.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so cold-blooded.
Yeah, but I'm not rooting for him.
I
Can't do
know,
it.
but
There's a
the
difference.
more
Can't do
he
it.
does this stuff, the more that you're going to keep saying, I appreciate it. Well, I kind of like this.
Well, here's
like
the thing.
this.
So I said this on Mr. Relevant earlier. Like, the NBA playoffs as a whole have already blown March Madness out of the water.
For sure.
In terms of superstardom, in terms of drama, in terms of theatrics, right? We are, 5 games total into the second round of the NBA playoffs? They've already blown March Madness out of the water with the conference finals and the NBA finals still.
I would say the Final Four was fun. You saw Duke blow a lead. You had the two best teams in at the end.
You're getting that every night.
But yes, already
These
consistently.
game winners is ridiculous.
And I could say the same about the NHL playoffs.
Oh, totally. The puck's been great.
The NHL playoffs have been great. The NBA playoffs have been great. This is a great time to be alive.
Oh my gosh! This is a kid from Wisconsin doing this. This is crazy.
What did you see on TV again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling. If you have not seen the clip, it is incredible.
I literally was like, I said, you got to wake up. I'm sorry. I got to share this with somebody.
And I'm sure she was like, oh, okay.
And then went right back to bed.
It was that insane that I literally had to get up and I had to run.
Are you rooting for one of your own, or do you not consider him one of your own? Tyrese Haliburton, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talkin' text line. We have some more nonsense going on out there. More national media. Can I say jargon or slander?
Slander,
Some slander and nonsense.
You still don't know what jargon
I still don't know what jargon is, and I don't think I ever will.
Oh, wow.
But if you want to enjoy all these great things that we're talking about, playoff hockey, playoff basketball, just stop on over to Potawatomi Casino Hotel. I will be there tonight. So, Kyle, if you want to place, your 8th straight loss of betting, are you retired?
Don't get me started because you can ask Stroh. Stroh, how well am I doing in the Sunday Karma picks for picking the playoff series?
Kyle, when's the last time we picked a playoff series?
It was for the first round.
Okay, I
got every series right except for one. Guess which one?
We'll have to take your word for it. The Bucks, you got it wrong. I'll be there tonight for the weekly wager. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Dang, Tyrese is cold next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I was like, it's the 4-1-4 hour at 4.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like the kid who got picked on the sports team. I was like, oh, you want me? No way.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker. It's a 3. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe. A special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky. The drop stab. That's his favorite. And the 2.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
On Thursday, May 22nd, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program serving thousands of urban elementary students in 47 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Discover an unreal treasure this May at Potawatomi. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Unreal treasures this May at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
When having new Pella windows and doors installed at your home, you get the full Pella experience. That means we're with you from start to finish. Our team doesn't disappear after the work is done. Just like with Vinny, your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
With customizations driving limitless possibilities, our Pella experts truly listen to your vision, just as we did with Nicole.
I felt like they really listened to us. There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, offer some suggestions, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait any longer, because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. It's Weed Man Wednesday. Weed Man for the win.
$800-990-3776 is the Carvelous talking text line as I look up and on SportsCenter right now. Man, he's cold, Kyle. He gets to the rim, gets fouled. It's Tyrese Haliburton, the guy who destroyed the Milwaukee Bucks. Makes the first, 12.4 on the clock. Short arms the free throw, taps it out, gets his own rebound, dribbles it out and says, "Come here, Ty Jerome. Come here. Step back. Give me that. 120 to 119.
It's disgusting.
It was disgusting. Chris in Muskego, he is a Wisconsinite. Are you rooting for him?
Hell yeah.
Why so?
Why not? You can't. Well, first of all, he's a great player. I just said to the gentleman who took my call that this year he's had 11 chances to tie or take the lead in the last minute to 2 minutes of the game. He's done it 10 times out of those 11. You got Doc Rivers, who can't coach worth a crap. You got Horst, in the last, since they won the championship, can't get out of the first round. He can't. When's the last time we've had a first round or any round pick under Horst that's mounted to anything? Nobody. You got our number one guy in Giannis. He was selected from the general manager before that, and that general manager had the sense to get rid of Jennings and picked up Chris Middleton.
That's true.
Other than getting a few has-beens at the end of their careers that gave you everything, they got the one title.
Well, Chris in Muskego is bringing some heat there to the
hurt people. Chris is hurt.
It sounds
He's
like.
hurt. So now he said, I'm trading on him. He loves Darth Vader. He doesn't like Anakin Skywalker.
It's the
he
dark
likes
side.
Darth Vader. He said, no, I'm going to the dark side. Bring the Sith to me.
No, he's becoming an apprentice of the Sith.
I guess so, yeah.
800-990-3776. Are you rooting for Tyrese Haliburton? Look, I know we got to bring up the nonsense every day. There's more nonsense going on out there. Look, you want to know the newest stuff? Did you guys hear the news?
What?
Tell me what nonsense
Nonsense
is going on today.
Erroneous stuff.
There is a Chicago Tribune and New York Post. They're both out there.
Okay.
The Nets
Fake
are capable of fulfilling Giannis's big city dream.
Fake news.
And in the Chicago Tribune, quote, "Do Bulls have a chance to land Giannis?" ?
This is all absurd.
False.
You know what this is like? This is like when you're dating a girl in like middle school and you think things are going well, but you go off on spring break for a week when everyone else has school and you come back and all these rumors are going on. Everyone's saying, hey, I think I saw your girl grab a stick of gum from Archie Cunningham in science class.
Wait a minute, Archie, what you doing to my boy Brad? Archie Cunningham?
Yeah, I think Mike McFly grabbed her lunch for her at lunch class. I think that
class
or at lunch period. She was laughing at. I can't think of any more names on the spot. She's laughing at other people's jokes. She's potentially choosing, it's open seating. She's sitting by another guy. You come back and there's all these rumors. So the question is are these guys just trying to poach your girlfriend?
Marty McFly and Scott Nelson and Archie Cunningham, they're making it all up right now.
They want your girl. That's the thing. They're
trying to create smoke, which will create fire, but there's no smoke to be had.
Yeah, the rumor mill at school is running rampant right now, but it's there's nothing to it. Your girl, she ain't trying to cheat. She's not trying to cheat. Everyone else is trying to court her.
Giannis, here's all you need to know. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'll eat at your restaurants. I'll go broke at the Antetokounmpo store if you want me to buy something every day. I listened to you on the Thanalysis show. I love your brother. Said to get this children's book. I ordered it right on Amazon. Boop.
Oh, children's book. I like the sound
It's
of
a
that.
little bit, so it's about, like, I actually forgot what the name is.
That's okay.
Something to do about
Still get it.
inventing with a light bulb, an idea. I don't know, but I ordered the book. Just a little too advanced for my 15-month-old right now. But when we get there, I'm going to read it to her because you know why? Giannis said it's a great children's book. You're not going to get that support anywhere else.
We will take a KBN trip to Greece. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Paid
as a
by
way to
Brad
say, you know
Nortman.
what?
Yeah,
We will-
there we go. There you go. Go
to pay homage to where you grew up and where you started your NBA career.
This is all nonsense to me. Listen, I guess anybody get hired. Ben Brust, your little J will work very well at the Chicago Tribune and the New York Post or New York Times, wherever it was, because obviously you don't need to be much of a journalist. Matter of fact, I could write for him because all I got to do is, okay, you know what? Tyrese Haliburton, he interested in coming home because we just want to put stuff out in the atmosphere without having any type of sources. Right? Oh, LeBron James, maybe he wants to come to Milwaukee. Oh, he's maybe tired of having a big city life. Like, this is absolute nonsense of people writing these articles that make no sense. It's fake, it's false, it's not true whatsoever. Giannis is staying put with the Milwaukee Bucks.
I wonder what Giannis thinks. Because, like, he's just living his life. I'm sure there's conversations going on.
I hope he's laughing.
I bet you it's probably not unlike, to keep the analogy going, he's just he's the same thing as like a smoking hot girl that just gets hit on all the time. It's got to be exhausting.
Can you imagine?
It's got to be exhausting.
No, you know what's exhausting is people making up these rumors and lies about you that you know they're not true. That's one thing I do not like. Listen, little young Kyle, when somebody made up a rumor about him, he addressed it. He said, whoa. I did not do that. That was not what I said. That's not what I did. I don't like that. And so I can only imagine Giannis being upset about these
all
rumors.
this stuff that's being said.
You ain't said none of this.
He didn't say he's wanted to fulfill any big city dreams.
He's in fact said the opposite. He's gone on record saying, I don't want to be in a glamorous market. I like Milwaukee. I like a small town feel. It's more his personality.
All right, well, let's go to the phone lines. Diana McGuanago has a bone to pick with Kyle.
Dirty D, wait a minute now. Baby girl, I just got back.
Did you just say something about Tyrese Haliburton coming to Milwaukee or maybe? We don't want that boy in Milwaukee. He needs to stay right where he's at.
I was just speaking in nonsense because as it was nonsense, what they say about Giannis is the same thing I said about Tyrese. So you mad at Tyrese?
I don't want that boy here. He's got a big mouth just like his daddy does.
Ooh, Dirty D.
Dirty D versus John Haliburton.
Wow. John Haliburton is not allowed around Dirty D. Don't you go to McGuanago to see Dirty D because Dirty D kick you out. I love that Dirty D.
Oh, man.
That's the energy we need.
Who we got in a fight, Dirty D or John Haliburton?
I'm taking Dirty D sound gangster. I don't even listen. I call her Dirty D because it rhymed. Dirty D sound like she get down and dirty.
She's about that life.
Like
she about that
She
life.
would not let herself lose. She would just, no matter what, she will not accept defeat.
Dirty D don't throw hands before.
Oh, you
when
can
she
tell.
said that, she done threw some paws.
Please, Giannis, just end the madness. Just like, this is the stupid thing is he's under contract. In the same way that I was laughing when all these college basketball players are on the team and they say, signed, a.k.a. they got more money. Like, I need Giannis to not give me a prayers emoji and a salute emoji and a win for the Cream City emoji. I just need, and I'm back, baby.
Well, that's the interesting thing, right? Because it's not like he has to sign anything. He's under contract. What would be the best way for Giannis to declare, I'm staying?
Listen, Giannis, write some little statement on social media with a picture of you and looking up at the Raptors saying, this year wasn't the way we wanted it to be, but I can't wait to come back next year to help the Milwaukee Bucks get closer to getting back to our championship form. Fear to dear, baby.
I would like just a post of like Terminator, just I'm back.
No,
just like that, just with a little bit of flavor.
Sure, I don't want anything that you have to draw conclusions.
Decipher?
Just tell me where your mind is because any picture is
Mike from Portage, and this is the wrong side of history, Mike. I mean, again, if you trust John Horst to do this, then maybe you're right. But I don't even think it's right, even if you do trust him. He says the Bucks should trade Giannis and get some of their draft picks back. Otherwise, the Bucks have zero future for the next 5 years. And Seth immediately chimes in. Thank you, Seth. Acting like the Bucks won't be irrelevant upon trading Giannis is funny, and that's ultimately the truth.
That's not true.
The Bucks would be irrelevant.
No, they would. No, when you say irrelevant, okay, you know what? I get it because being a 6 seed, 7 seed, or a 5 seed is irrelevant. Like being a 5 seed with Giannis makes you relevant. Being a 5 seed without Giannis makes you just a team.
Because what do draft picks do? They're likely not going to be lottery picks. Horst hasn't proven he can draft well. They've got bad cap space.
No.
Even if you get like a young superstar, who's not to say he just wants to get to free agency and leave?
Yeah, that's very true. But
irrelevancy. More irrelevant than Alex Strofe would be the Milwaukee Bucks.
I'll say this, is that we have to trust John Horst to build the team around Giannis without having draft picks and having to work some magic with the salary cap to bring guys here to Milwaukee. Because right now, when you look at the next 2 years, the Bucks are going to be in trouble. So
the producer of the Thanalysis show, Tony Cartagena, has insider. I'm just kidding. He just wants to join the show.
Hey, TC.
What's going on, TC?
I feel backstabbed and betrayed by every single one of you. How should Giannis announce blah, blah, blah? Oh, he should do it on Instagram. He should do it. You guys, are you guys kidding me? I love all four of you, but come on.
I apologize. You're right.
Yeah, hand out.
That's bad.
Check out the Thanalysis show on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. You can listen back to every show and any show.
What's happening tomorrow?
They did post on social media. There'll be a live broadcast on these airwaves from 6 to 8 at the Antetokounmpo store.
Ooh.
I'm a little.
You're just a fountain of knowledge.
I'm just a little nervous for that dump button for TA on live radio.
Oh, well, just get ready. Keep dumping him. He got money to pay the fine. Craig got money to pay the fine. It's all right.
He'd be more likely to pay the fine for Thanasis than he would for us.
That's why I keep it clean.
The truest thing you've maybe ever said.
Do we have a good becoming relevant, or do we need to vet it out right now before we send it to you next?
0 for 2.
Well, I sent you what I was doing today.
For becoming relevant?
Yeah, he did. You don't read the sheet.
Kyle.
I was in meetings all day.
No. Here's the thing.
My computer's dead.
In order for you to host a successful 3 hours, by the 3-hour radio show that you do every day from 2 to 5 p.m. in ESPN Wisconsin, your hardworking producer sends a rundown of potential things
really
we can
good
talk
today.
About every day.
Yeah, it was. It was in depth.
Listen, I'm being honest. I haven't checked many emails today. I got ready for my other show within 15 minutes.
The other show's more important.
No. Actually, because I said, you know what? It's 9 o'clock right now. I'm going to prep for KBN.
This is Kyle.
Yeah,
Brust
shut his mic
Nortman.
off. The comments were so mean, but they also were kind of funny.
Wait, I didn't see the comments.
They said popcorn back in middle school must have been tough.
Please don't pick me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls. Right now, get 50% off your windows plus no interest and no payments for 12 months and a free entry door with your window purchase. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Brothers Milwaukee, Champs Americana Brookfield, Double D's Hales Corners, Ray and Dot's Greendale, and Who's on Third Milwaukee. That's Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
What fills your cup? Those things, big and small, that make each day rewarding. Here's what fills our cup at Educators Credit Union. When you walk in the lobby and see your favorite teller, cultivating financial literacy to build stronger communities. When we help you buy a home when you didn't think it was possible. The best part? Seeing you leave with a smile because we made a difference in your life. It fills our cup to see you succeed because we're more than a financial. We're people helping people. Educators Credit Union. Achieving more together. Insured by NCUA.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce selected variety Cedar Crust ice cream, $4.49. 13.1 to 16-ounce selected varieties Swanson Hungry Man dinners, 2 for $7. 11 to 18.7-ounce selected varieties Kellogg cereal, 2 for $6. 8 to 15.75-ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Party Size Lay's, Tostitos Natural, or Tostitos Dip, $3.99.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh.
Pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
A Brewers group outing is the best way to celebrate any special occasion. Whether it's a birthday party, anniversary, or bachelor party, baseball is better with a group. Grab your crew of just 15 or more for an event you won't forget. Brewers account reps make your day at the ballpark a breeze. Plus, get set up with customizable tailgate spaces, seating blocks in your favorite location at American Family Field, and much more. Start planning your group outing now at brewers.com/groups.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about my go-to car wash, Tsunami Express. Get your ride looking its best and ride the wave at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for that perfect shine. Sign up for a monthly membership and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait with the fast lane and take advantage of great perks. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, Tsunami Express has you covered. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to learn more.
Buying and selling a home can be a stressful process. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. The We Sell group at Keller Williams has a goal of making it stress-free for everyone. Their passion is people. Their availability is unmatched, something I'm experiencing firsthand while I search for a lake home to enjoy Wisconsin summers even more. Rob and Nick are there every step of the way, not just for their sellers, but also to potential buyers and their agents to bring in as many strong offers as possible. Get started today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wednesday here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and Weed Man is always there for you to have that lush green weed-free yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare. It's kid and pet friendly. They use that golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control to make your lawn just luscious. They've done it with mine, they know it with Brad's, they know it with Kyle's. You can be next. At weedman.com, get 50% off your first service. Half off. Weed Man for the win.
I love the Weed Man. He came on Monday. He did give me some tips, too. He told me, don't cut my grass yet. It's not long enough. Got to wait a little bit.
Thank you for the tip.
Yeah, I told him thank you for the tip. It's fantastic. I need my grass to be good.
Yes, and I told him I need help with the front yard because I had a bunny eat the entire front portion of my yard.
Oh,
You've got the craziest critters in Whitefish Bay.
Dude, I know.
I mean, it's a pretty urban. I mean, it's like a suburb, but like
I've had woodpeckers. I've had the raccoons.
Yep.
I've had the bunnies.
I mean, it's just crazy.
What else have I had?
That's all we know of.
Oh, remember there was a dead mouse that got brought in by one of my dogs.
You threw it? Yep.
Well,
some about your house.
Allegedly, my fiance threw it over the fence into my neighbor's yard. Allegedly, when I was trying to tell her.
So you're saying some bunnies attacked your yard, huh?
It's time to become irrelevant.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Stroph's time to shine on KBN starts now.
We talked earlier, the puck's been good, baby. The Stanley Cup playoffs off and running, been very entertaining to watch. But the big story in the NHL today, the Utah Hockey Club officially choosing their next nickname. Of course, formerly the Arizona Coyotes. They moved to Salt Lake City, operated under the Utah Hockey Club this year. And beginning next season, they will be the Utah Mammoth, which, in all fairness, is kind of cool. But also, we got to wrap our arms around the Europeanization of American sports sometimes. The Utah Hockey Club is way more badass than the Mammoth. Washington football team? You're telling me the Commanders is cooler than the Washington football team? That sounds tough.
I like the Utah Hockey Club.
I like the Commanders better.
Yeah, it's too plain.
I don't know. I'm with Stro. I like the Washington football team.
What?
No.
The Commanders stink.
The Commanders?
It was a placeholder.
The Commanders.
If at least the Mammoth
Do you
is
not
like kind of like,
understand?
oh, okay, that's
The
cool.
Mammoth.
Right.
But the Commanders is for Commander-in-Chief. It's for Washington.
Well, I thought
What's
it was more
Trump doing for the Commanders?
No, it's not.
It's an idea.
He's
not a
actually
person.
bringing the NFL draft there with Roger Goodell, I'm pretty sure. I saw that.
That was announced this week, yes.
But I like the Commanders, and the Mammoths were the Mammoths in Utah?
I don't know. Don't look at me. I don't know anything about animals.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the Las Vegas.
Utah Hockey Club is sick.
The Golden Knights is good.
The Golden Knights is really good.
If you want to
well, it's great.
If you want to make your identity the sport in which you play, hockey club and football team, pretty straightforward.
What about the Green Bay football team?
Well, if you think about the Green Bay football team, tell me what they do, Ben.
They play football.
Damn straight they do. When you say Green Bay Packers, what do they do?
They play football. I mean, I know that.
I think it's a branding cop-out. I feel like it's just... It's not difficult
But nobody else is doing it. It's like A-plus brain right there, right? Work harder or work smarter, not harder. I'm a football team, baby. Washington football team.
No, it's pretty plain.
But so what do you do for like a logo? You just have like a...
I mean, half the time you have teams that don't even have... Like, what is a tree for Stanford? You know, like it's a tree.
Well, it's a cardinal.
I know, but it's not a cardinal.
Mascot.
But like, you get my point. We're overdoing the mascot. Why is it a tree? Why isn't it a cardinal?
Cool, cardinal, I believe, is the color.
Yeah. It's
not the
bird.
bird.
Yeah, it's the color.
Okay, there's got to be other examples here.
I hear what you're saying.
Like, why is it the Phoenix Suns have a gorilla?
Yeah, because it's fun.
That is bizarre.
It's just what are we doing?
No, I mean, I enjoy having mascot team names. I like the new names.
We need a mascot. The Kyle Brust and Nortman what? Radio show? That's what you like, Strofe.
I do like
the
radio.
Kyle Brust and Nortman show.
I'm your mascot.
Oh, God.
The wavy wacko inflatable arms guy.
What are we doing here? I'm already your mascot.
You're not a good one.
Yeah.
You're one that you focus on.
He's a lovable one, though. Not intimidating, but lovable.
We don't want to be intimidating. We want to be lovable.
That is true. That is true. I don't know if I want you to be the representative.
I don't want you to be the
community.
face of Kyle Brust and Nortman.
I'm not. You guys are the face. You're Jordan Love. You're Matt LaFleur. You're Brian Gutekunst. And I'm just the cheesehead. How's that for an analogy?
Then you can be our mascot.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I sent this morning, and I wrote next to it, I'm not even sure what my angle is here. I just saw this last night, and it frightened me. I've thought about it for many hours since. I still don't know what my angle is here. Headline out of Green Bay. Baby boom at St. Vincent Hospital. 14 pregnant nurses simultaneously all work in the labor delivery unit. 14 of them!
You know about let me tell you something about them nurses. Let me tell you about them nurses. Nurses, especially them traveling ones, nurses that I'm not surprised.
What are you trying to say, Kyle?
Yeah, what are you trying to say, Kyle?
They can't be trusted. They have a good time.
What do you mean they can't be trusted?
Are you saying that none of these women are in committed long-term relationships?
Yeah, what does that have to do with 14 labor and delivery nurses
I
being...
can promise you all 14 ain't got a ring on their finger. Some of them is for the streets. It ain't nothing wrong with being for the streets. I was once for the streets.
Kyle, what if I told you all 14 were married?
They not.
I don't know that for
they
a fact.
not. I know they not. I know how these nurses...
The thing that would scare me most...
are on the streets, Kyle?
At least 5 of them.
5?
5 of them on a Green Bay.
Hell, more than a third?
One of the Packers might be the dang baby daddy.
That's great.
Kyle!
Wow.
You throwing out some strong accusations right now.
Yeah, baseless. Absolutely baseless.
I mean, they do it for Giannis. They do it for Giannis, so I can do it for these wonderful women who are bringing life
What
into the
I
world.
was thinking is...
Both literally and for their job professionally.
I wonder
they all
if
work
there's
in the
going
labor
to be...
unit.
I wonder when they're going to take their leave.
That's what I'm saying, Brad.
Thankfully,
They're going to
Baby
bring in
Nortman-
14 of them traveling nurses that Kyle's worried about.
Baby Nortman should be delivered by then.
Well,
But you're not in
Green
Green
Bay.
Bay.
Oh, it's in Green Bay?
Yeah,
Okay,
Green
thank
Bay.
goodness. Because, yeah, that's
They're just going to shut down the labor unit for a while?
That's a shortage right there.
If they do bring in 14 traveling nurses, keep them away from the Packers players. Because then you're going to have 14 more. It's a miracle. 14 more nurses pregnant. Little Josh Jacobs.
Get them all on the youth football team, though, growing up in Green Bay. The Green Bay High School is going to win state for like 4 straight years.
Southwest. Y'all never heard that before about traveling nurses?
Southwest hasn't won a game in 5 years, Kyle.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Kyle, are you saying that traveling nurses are the equivalent to like sailors?
Yeah, if that's what sailors were known for.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
This is not where I thought this was going to bring us. Ben is beside himself. He doesn't want to talk.
Is it not Madison Hayes?
How do you know that? How many traveling nurses do you know that are in the streets?
I'm going to tell you, when I was in the streets, I knew a couple traveling nurses. I'll just leave it there.
Wow.
I'm going to plead the fifth on the nurses, and we'll be right back.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Do you wash your shins in the shower? We shower from hair to kneecap. The rest can drip down our legs to our feet.
It doesn't work that way.
No, it does work that way.
What does the poll say?
34% don't wash their shins.
That is shockingly low. KBN Nation, you're better than that.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot of disgusting human beings on this planet.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker, it's a 3. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe, a special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky, the drop stab, that's his favorite. And the 2.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Spring Vintage Weekend with the SVRA is up next on May 16th through the 18th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Discover an unreal treasure this May at Potawatomi. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Unreal treasures this May at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
I've been able to resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins 2-foot party subs are back. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99, feeds 5 to 8 people, and requires 24-hour notice to order. And now you can complete your party by adding a party chip bag and a dozen chocolate chip cookies for just $4.99. Order today in store, online, or on the app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
It's a home run! But wait, is your roof ready for the big league storms? If your roof has more holes than a catcher's mitt, it's time to bring in the pros. At Avondale Roofing, we've been handling leaks, repairs, and full replacements with major league precision for over 30 years. And as a GAF Master Elite certified contractor, we bring top-tier quality and proven performance to every job. Whether it's a quick patch-up or full upgrade, our team steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park every time. You're out! Don't wait till water's in your dugout. Call Avondale Roofing today and keep your home in the win column.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, so been learning a lot about my co-hosts, Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe wasn't in the room for this conversation.
Uh-oh. That's usually when things go south.
They're very controlling over their significant others.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't be painting these narratives.
Leading.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her. Oh, okay.
Did you or did you not just go on vacation?
Yes, we paid good money to go on vacation. Indeed, we did. Had a phenomenal time. Phenomenal time. So many great pictures.
Brad, you recently went to a marriage
Couples
retreat. Yeah,
That's right.
So you've traveled.
Sure did.
And so when you guys leave for vacation, is it all like, yeah, go ahead, have some fun, let's have some drinks, have some fun?
Yeah, y'all know I'm tight with it. You know, I say I love my girl. Don't spend $3 on her, but when we on vacation,
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
I like to, indulge and have a good time, and not worry too much about money because we.
So
work
when
hard
do you
to spend
switch back into I'm crazy?
No, Brad, when do you switch back into?
Well, to me, it's pretty strict rules because honestly, you got to have boundaries, right?
Wow. Strict rules, boundaries.
The vacation starts the minute you walk into the airport. So if we want to have a drink at the airport, Milwaukee Airport, because we're going to wherever, vacation has begun.
Big money bag, Brad.
But you know where the vacation ends? The minute you check out of your hotel.
Ooh,
that's where it ends.
Oh, come on!
So we're gonna take.
It gets worse. It gets worse, Trophy.
No, let them cook. Shut up. Let them cook.
We're gonna look at Uber or Lyft, and we're gonna go with the cheap one. We go to I'm gonna say, Lexi, you better grab those free apples there in the lobby
at the hotel before you walk out.
At the hotel lobby.
Yeah,
fill up your water bottle at their because we ain't getting that when we go through there. Mm-hmm. Vacation is over. We're not gonna do frivolous spending when we're going home. Vacation's over.
I'm glad you feel that way because you know what, Brad? You know what happened is, I came back from
What happened, Kyle?
St. Martin. We had a great time. We went hiking. We went on a boat. We had a great. Listen, we went out to eat dang near every single night. I was chinging and throwing my money everywhere. But once we left St. Martin and we landed in Fort Lauderdale, that was it. Vacation's over. I'm trying to get home. And so we sitting there, we kicking it, but we had a little bit of a layover, so we had to get something to eat. So I said, you know what? I ain't gonna starve the girl, so we're gonna have to go get something to eat. So we got.
I'm not gonna starve the girl. The bare minimum is you not starving her.
So I said we're not gonna starve ourselves. So we got something to eat. I paid for it. Wasn't too expensive. It was cool. We ate 8:00 at night. We ate, and so then we're waiting for our flight. Doesn't leave to 10:47, and we're kind of sitting there talking, having a good time. Get around 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. She said, "I got a little sweet tooth." I said, "Oh, me too. Maybe get a little candy from, the bag here. We have some trail mix. Get some stuff from there." She said, "Nah, I think I want a Kit Kat." I said, "Kit Kat?" She said, "Yeah, I think I want a Kit Kat. I want some chocolate." I said, "Well, you can get some chocolate from the trail mix." Because, Ben, what is in a trail mix? You have what?
Raisins, peanuts, and a bunch of crap, and one or two M&Ms in every other handful.
M&Ms and chocolate. So I said, go ahead.
So you said you can't have a Kit Kat because you can have the M&Ms in a trail mix?
I looked her in her eye. I said, baby girl, I said, you not going to get no airport Kit Kat bar because the airport Kit Kat bar ain't $150. It's like $5.50.
And then he's back to not spending $3 on it.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
She looked at me and said, but I want some chocolate. And I said, I understand that, but you can get the M&Ms in here, but we ain't getting no chocolate. Vacation is over. And I'm telling y'all this right now. She looked me dead in my eye. She said, because you told me I can't, I'm going to get a Kit Kat. So
she did not.
She got up and spent $5.
Let's go, baby girl.
$5 put some tax on some Kit Kat. And guess where the Kit Kat at now? Still in the dang bag because she didn't even finish it. She spent $5 on a Kit Kat, $5 per bar.
Wow.
$5 per bar.
Egregious.
Don't get me started on the water that I bought that she didn't drink. Yeah, I bought water, had to pour it out because she didn't drink it.
You know, there's free water at the airport.
See, it's lead in that water, and one day I plan on having
There's
her
filters.
Be my. Now, I don't like how the
One day you plan on what?
I plan on having children with her and getting married one day, and so with that, I can't have my baby having lead. Both my baby, my baby girl, my baby that she's gonna have, and so
you don't drink the filtered water at the airport.
Where are they located?
There's lead in it.
Where are they located at? They're located next to the bathrooms. That means the toilet water is the same water you put in your body. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm
First off, that's not how that works.
You are just making stuff up right now.
I don't feel comfortable with that water.
Where do you think water here comes from in our offices?
This water is really filtered. That water, I don't trust the airport.
You think they're just feeding you doo-doo water?
I believe that, yes, they are. They're feeding us the doo-doo, remnants of doo-doo water. I ain't drinking it.
You got to be one of the dumbest, least logical human beings on planet Earth.
I'm going to look it up.
Who starves their significant other.
I
respect
the
starvation.
It's one thing if you're preventing her from going to the airport Chili's that is going to run you $50.
We did that.
It's another if you're going, hey, I don't want you spending literally $3.50 on a candy bar.
$5. If it was $3.50, maybe I would have said sure. But the vacation was over. We already ran up the bill.
That's the thing. Vacation's not over.
Vacation's over. It's over.
No, I'm trying to get home.
Go back to normal life.
When you step foot in an airport, especially on a layover, it's over. Get me home.
You go back to an economy type brain.
When does vacation end? 800-990-3776. I am kind of with you guys in terms of when vacation ends.
That's right, Ben.
But I'm not going to change my spending habits. I'm changing my mindset. I'm changing
That's included in the mindset is your spending habits.
While y'all over here talking, this is from talking about the TSA. Many modern airports now have water refill stations that provide filtered drinking water. But all filtration systems remove contaminants like, not all remove contaminants like fluoride.
But that's a disclaimer.
No, ain't no disclaimer. Y'all drinking boo-boo water.
Stevie chimes in on the Carbos Talking text line after listening to Kyle talk about his relationship and how he withholds his baby girl from life's greatest treasures. My man crush is over.
Stevie. $5 for a Kit Kat bar. Come on now, Stevie.
Chris chimes in the 414. Every water you've ever drank has been drank and peed countless times.
It is crazy, isn't it?
Is that true?
Yeah,
because it just goes through like a water treatment plant and gets out.
It's actually very crazy. It's very crazy.
Circle of life, baby.
Yeah, it is.
It's a beautiful thing.
Not all water is from like an aquifer or the rain.
Circle of life, beautiful thing. And guess what, even Brad, to your point, the water that is drank and peed out, then eventually at some points evaporates, and then it becomes rain.
Water cycle.
Circle of life, baby.
The water cycle.
I don't get it.
What do you mean you don't get it?
The water just
water evaporates.
I know. I get
again.
it, but I don't get it. I know the cycle. Just like it.
Right. So what don't you get? The cycle.
Just how it works. Like
evaporation?
Why does it evaporate?
Condensation?
How does it evaporate? What is evaporation?
Just the rules of physics.
Hold on a minute. You just asked yourself a question.
What?
You just said, what is evaporation?
It's the process in which the sun dries up the water and it goes in the atmosphere up into the world and then back down the clouds in the rain.
What is condensation?
Condensation? I mean, that's when it starts getting watery around heat.
I would say,
you started off right.
I was like,
around your lawn. There's some condensation with the dew point.
What is precipitation?
That is the process of rain.
Look at it.
And finally, what is sublimation?
Process. You guys look stuck on this one too. So
sub means under? So I wonder. That might mean maybe
that is what a solid.
Cody chimes in. This about sums it up. Every time it rains, you're getting peed on.
Yeah, for real. R. Kelly style.
So what is sublimation?
It's when a solid changes into a gas.
Oh, when a solid changes into a gas.
So that would be snow evaporating, right? Because snow is frozen.
But doesn't snow go from solid to liquid to gas? Can you skip? Can you go from solid to just to gas?
Yeah, can AI teach you that one?
Is the Packers defensive line the worst position group on the team? What's your instant reaction?
I'm just still thinking that I know you wouldn't have bought that candy bar. I don't know why you coming at me like that.
On my life.
I'd buy 3 of them.
That's why you're poor now. Poor now.
Does she like you? What do you have on her?
At the
I'm
airport
starting to
laugh
think.
at you.
You know,
They laugh at you when you buy. Like, you're going to buy a pack of gum.
All
for
this time, I
$6?
thought that when
Wow.
Brad would talk about how much like Lexi, their lives, like I thought they were doing something like weird, like maybe like had somebody in the basement locked up.
Oh, wow.
I'm starting to think Kyle's got a baby girl locked up in there.
Hey, no, she loves me. I'm so lovable.
Oh yeah, that was convincing.
No,
back in 2 minutes.
So lovable.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Minnesota is home to 64 state parks and 6 national park sites. Whether you enjoy fishing or paddling, it's time to explore the breathtaking views of Voyageurs National Park. Celebrate Voyageurs National Park's 50th anniversary, and if you're lucky, view the Northern Lights. Explore millions of acres of pristine natural areas in Minnesota. Visit exploreminnesota.com to embark on a journey to the many nationally recognized Minnesota sites.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's Commercial Payments Solutions. Our market expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating with your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with our customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Couple weeks out of the draft now. Rookie minicamp is done. Goody's done just about all he can do in terms of opportunities out there. We did see a trade executed today between the Cowboys and the Steelers. George Pickens over to the Cowboys for a third, and then I believe they swap 5th and 6th. My point is at this point, we're not used to Goody doing anything that significant once you're past the draft. And now I want to know, as we're looking at the way this team is built, is the biggest question mark still the defensive line? Because I have a hard time heading into the season. I'm very optimistic about the offense. We could go through the offense over and over again about what they've done, who they can be. But we keep coming back to the defense, and I keep hearing Brian Balaga and Jason Wilde tell me that because the defense was top 10, that they have an opportunity to be top 5 this coming year. A better chance, at least, on the offense when posed that question. Am I missing something, guys? They're running it back. They're running it back while the other teams are investing in that position group. The Minnesota Vikings signed 2 defensive tackles. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson was signed to his 5th-year option. Detroit was decimated and has plenty of guys that, if healthy, are going to be good.
And the Lions gave us troubles without Aiden Hutchinson.
Exactly. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, so we're going to do this with Rashawn Gary, who they signed and is going to be here this year. But after this year, who knows? Kenny Clark, 1.5 sacks last year. Not as disruptive as we were sold that he would be in the new 4-3. Is everyone saying 3-4 to 4-3? Ooh, watch out. Kenny Clark's going to really pop in this thing.
Yeah, we're
Devontae Wyatt, speaking of pop, we see pop but not consistency. Lucas Van Ness is the 13th overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft and simply has not been good enough. How are we supposed to have high hopes for this team to actually win a championship when they're running it back with the defensive line that we were yelling about in season and truly didn't do anything other than add a couple rookies to make it better? I'm scared that we're going to be having the same conversations last year as we did this year because we've seen the talent. We went from 3-4 to 4-3, and that was supposed to be the big difference. And now I'm being sold we're going from a 4-3, and it's year 2 under the coordinator of the 4-3, and there's a new defensive line coach. When do the excuses stop, and when is the production there to prove to me that this team is actually going to be good at that position?
Well, every team has an Achilles heels, guys. I mean, it's just with the hard salary cap, it's almost impossible to have a perfectly balanced all-star stud team. And the Packers have just chosen to run it back, shockingly, with their defensive line. And we have to remember, right, because it's been a while since the Packers played a game. It's been like 4 months. Almost 4 months since the Packers played a game. And it's easy to create storylines and, free agency, the draft. We have to remember what our eyes told us as we watched the Green Bay Packers week in and week out. What did we keep on coming back to? We kept on coming back to the D-line. It's easy to forget how ineffective they were, particularly in good moments. I still remember Sam Darnold sitting back there with all the time in the world and just shredding the Green Bay Packers. I mean, the
and guess what Sam Darnold couldn't do in the first round of the playoffs?
Yep, exactly.
Sit back and carve anybody up because there was pressure up his behind.
And what's crazy is Goody talks about a sense of urgency. And he said right after the Super Bowl, at the owners' meetings in February, said, we got to get pressure with 4. We got to get pressure with 4. What the Philadelphia Eagles did to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, it was basically a headline to all the NFL saying, this is a recipe to stop an elite pass thrower of the football in Patrick Mahomes. And he agreed. We all agreed. You got to have that D-line, and he did absolutely nothing. I guess we had some later draft picks to make an impact at least this year. So, listen, It's hope now at this point. You just hope. You just sit back and hope that these guys take some kind of step forward, that Hafley gets them in the right position, that this new coach coaches them up, which I don't think really happens that much in the NFL for a position group, to get these guys more effective. It is the worst position group of this team. I'm assuming Jair is on the cornerbacks. It's the worst position group on this team, and it's one of the worst position groups to be the worst on your team.
And probably the worst in the division as well, which is a problem where you have some, you don't know what you have in Minnesota. Caleb Williams, we may not, want to give him his praise, but he's not a terrible quarterback. He should be better this year, you would hope.
You and Alex Stroh, both Bears fans.
Not hope. You would expect, you would assume with a new offensive coordinator and some more weapons in the offensive line, that's going to be better for him. And you already know what Jared Goff's going to do. But the thing is this, you guys are saying the Packers are running it back. TJ Slaton's not coming back. And I understand TJ Slaton's not some big stud, but he helped his team be top 10 in run-stopping defense last year. He played a pretty big role for this team. So now what you're looking at...
Cincy?
Yeah, he went to Cincinnati. Exactly. He went to Cincinnati. Maybe you want to try to get somebody Cincinnati has. But when you look at this defensive line, you're depending on Carl Brooks, right, to try to take the next step. You're depending on Colby Wooden to take the next step.
Next step.
Nice. That is where we're at right now because, Brad, you said it exactly right. He knows that you have to get to the quarterback with 4, but he did absolutely nothing to try to get to the quarterback with 4. You cannot depend on Kenny Clark, who is getting older, to all of a sudden have a renaissance. That's not going to happen. And when you look at what Rashawn Gary has done, I don't think we're going to see anything different from Rashawn Gary. I think Rashawn Gary is who he is. He's not a game record. He's a guy who can make a couple big plays.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Stroh.
I'm here to make you feel worse.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
So the new coach you all keep referring to is DeMarcus Covington, who is the new defensive line coach.
Great name for a defensive line coach.
And run game coordinator. He served last year as the defensive coordinator of the New England Patriots. Just out of curiosity, fellas, do you know who ranked 32nd in sacks in 2024?
No. This is a leading question.
Be the New England Patriots. Are you aware which team was tied for 8th in sacks in 2024?
The Packers?
That's correct, 45 of them. So
15 of which came in 2 games.
Again, I don't think you can take the Patriots DC from last year and be like, oh, well, he's the reason they were horrible, because he is an accomplished football coach.
Yeah.
But
Matt LaFleur was 28th in offense at the Tennessee Titans before he became the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, and he's a pretty good offensive mind.
Sure is. So
You gotta have
this doesn't
talent,
tell you the
though.
full story.
You got to
by
have
any means.
talent.
Correct.
That's the thing that I don't believe.
That's the point there. I don't care who's coaching at this point. The thing that I had set you guys all up with is I'm so sick of wait till the 4-3, wait till the new line coach comes in. We've known the players. The players have been here, or at least the main majority that you're paying a third. Kenny Clark's not new to the building.
No,
he's not new. Rashawn Gary gets bulk sacks and last year was doing crossovers and behind the backs and spin moves and still couldn't get to the quarterback. I don't know why he was doing that, but it didn't work.
A D-line coach isn't going to walk into this room and tell them something that they all go, oh my gosh, I didn't know
Can you
that.
believe that Rashawn Gary all of a sudden has this move that he pulled out of his backside that now all of a sudden he's getting to the quarterback consistently?
The reality is these guys struggle at winning their one-on-one matchups. That's not even my words. That's Brian Balaga. When I said, Brian, last year in the season, what's going on? He said, they're not winning their one-on-one matchups. So then Jeff Hafley came to the rescue to scheme up blitzes and stunts and try to use some creativity to get pressure, which was successful, but you can't do that over the course of the season. Goody even said, pressure with 4. That is the goal. So, I mean, maybe the D-line coach, they can work together to do loops and stuff to try to,
Loops and stuff?
Loops and stuff. But the reality is,
I don't think we want Brad coaching the defensive line.
Guys do loops.
Stunts and twist.
It doesn't twist. That's a better way to put it.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout.
How can we... All the great D-lines, they win their one-on-one battles. You can do even more to create more chaos against the great O-lines, but you can't do much if you're not winning one-on-one battles.
My overall fear is, this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My overall fear is that if the defensive line is the same or a little worse than last year, they're not going to go as far as we want them to go, because we know the success of defenses in the playoffs is based on how consistent you can produce a pass rush against great teams, and it gets harder each round you go.
And I think for this defense, what really sucks for the Green Bay Packers is that we don't really have the defensive linemen that we think are going to really take the next step. We don't have any faith in Lucas Van Ness.
Next step?
Yeah, I'm going to keep saying that because that's what it's all about. I mean, that is what Goody is hoping for. Like that's the only logical rationale for him not going to invest in this defensive line the way that he should have, is he just expects guys to take the next step. But if you do not have Jair Alexander,
We got to stop saying that word.
if you don't have Jair Alexander, it just makes this defense worse. Well, it completely does, because you don't have a presence on the D-line to get pressure, and that puts more pressure on Jeff Hafley to create some type of concoction to get to the quarterback. But I'm telling you, if Colby Wooden doesn't take the next step, or Carl Brooks doesn't take the next step, the Green Bay Packers defense is going to go down. Be worse than what
We literally said we're not saying next step because we can't. Welcome to 100.5 ESPN Madison. After the 9-1 loss to the Astros, the Brewers sit at 19-19. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I
talk
really,
a little D-line right out of the Brewers game, a little trenches action.
And we can't expect anyone to take a next step. And if you're...
Know it. Okay. Madison doesn't deserve this. They don't deserve this.
One more point. If you were going to construct a football team and you were to rank position groups in order of we can't afford to suck here, number 1 would be quarterback, and I think number 2 is a tie between O-line and D-line. That's how important it is. So it's not like, oh boy, well, D-line shucks, but at least we got some linebackers in secondary. They're one of the most important position groups, and the Packers just aren't very effective at it. It's a problem.
The only silver lining is the fact that hopefully you just trust that Jeff Hafley in year 2 can, continue to cook up these.
You've
great
said the
teams.
word hope a lot in this segment about the defensive line.
What do you think Goody's doing?
I'm just saying you haven't used the word hope when talking about other position groups, which is fair because I think we can have conversations about the productivity outside of the defensive line, not trusting the fact that if they are running it back with these guys, are they capable of actually producing in the playoffs over 3 to 4 games? I just don't see it. But I hope, listen, Kyle hopes, that I'm wrong. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. You, all of KBN Nation with us across ESPN Wisconsin, and you are blessed to go right into Hear Brad Out coming up next.
Oh, wow. I missed this last week. Was it good?
I had a good one last week.
Was it?
Did he?
Mood lighting. Car mood lighting.
No, his suggestion was, for those of you that missed it.
Can I explain it?
No.
Make it quick. Okay.
Strofe.
No. We generally lack empathy on the road. It would help if we knew everyone's emotional states as they were driving to increase empathy on the road. Therefore, like mood rings, cars would have mood lights around
Kyle,
them.
Want to know what this genius came up with?
That's actually not
a red light, a green light, and a yellow light. He just took the lights from a traffic light.
Well, no, there was more than that. Green,
flashing white lights like an ambulance if somebody's mad or in a rush.
It was really
Red
bad.
is you're angry. Blue is you're chill. Yellow is your vibe
and
into
what
a
is
song.
the best part, Kyle? That idiot to your left, Ben Brust, liked it. He signed off on it.
Young is green, an old driver's orange.
As someone who has road rage once in a while, I actually think it would be good for me to know what I'm dealing with on the road. And
if you put red,
I understand he's a fool.
I'm gonna mess with you.
Ben said he's gonna basically, bully you based on your emotional state.
Oh my gosh, what a jerk.
Yeah. And guess what? There's a lot of awful people out there just like me.
Oh my gosh. Well,
where you can go hop on a road course and race around in your own car. You can get on the track. That's Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer. Do some go-kart racing. Have a corporate event. It's in between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison. That is Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. It is a legendary road course where they've been racing since 1955. Camp on site all weekend. You can bring in booze, food. You can do whatever you want there. It's so much fun. And kids 16 and under are free with a paying adult at the gate. The concession stands have you feeling like you're at the state fair. So if you're looking for some fun, you're looking for some good food, you're looking for a place to go, relax, and get outside, that is Road America. With the SVRA Spring Vintage Weekend coming May 16th through the 18th, come for the experience, stay for the race, roadamerica.com. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman continues next with Hear Brad Out. Hold your breath. Actually, don't do that. You'll die because it's never good.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in a house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap. But I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that. Dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We're starting off with some big delays along southbound 41. We've got delays basically from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. There's also a broken down vehicle right at Burleigh, so heads up with that. It's off on the right shoulder. The northbound side slowing down from Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Burleigh. Eastbound 94, you got delays from 84th Street all the way to 27th. The westbound side's heavy from 13th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard, almost to Hawley Road. And southbound 43, heavy from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, breezy with a low of 42. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 51 at the lake, 61 inland. Weather is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Visit any of their 6 locations in the Milwaukee market today. Try your first wash free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com. Wash, chill, repeat.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
The people there made it a really great trip. The people in Green Bay were really nice, like literally driving ESPN people around themselves.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
The Pancake Palace in Green Bay was outstanding. So really nice trip.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Have you seen them yet?
Seen what?
4 different ways to say I love you.
I'd love to see those. Show me the list.
What list?
The list of 4 different ways to say I love you.
Let's start over.
Where are you going, Monica?
I'm going to get the 4 different ways to say I love you.
Sarah, imagine a box of assorted chocolates.
Okay.
When you open the lid, what do you see?
I see a guy sitting on a park bench saying, life is like a box of chocolates.
But what are the shapes of the chocolates?
There are 4 different shapes.
Here they are.
Those are gorgeous.
4 diamond pendants covered in diamonds.
Almost like they were dipped in diamonds.
And each diamond was created inside a miniature star.
But you'd have to be rich to afford one of these.
Choose the diamond pendant you like best. $148.
I love Kessler's.
Everyone loves Kessler's.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Truck drivers, the job you have today might not be the one you want tomorrow, and that's okay. At Schneider, our transfer team is here to help you if you decide the job you picked isn't the right fit, or if you come across life changes that require a different schedule or home time. Last year, nearly 2,000 Schneider drivers transferred to different opportunities at the company that better met their lifestyle. Find the driving job that fits yours and your family's needs. Apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
It's a home run! But wait, is your roof ready for the big league storms? If your roof has more holes than a catcher's mitt, it's time to bring in the pros. At Avondale Roofing, we've been handling leaks, repairs, and full replacements with major league precision for over 30 years. And as a GAF Master Elite certified contractor, we bring top-tier quality and proven performance to every job. Whether it's a quick patch-up or full upgrade, our team steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park every time. You're out! Don't wait till water's in your dugout. Call Avondale Roofing today and keep your home in the win column.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Strofe running the show. You, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776. Chef Ed's really excited for Hear Brad Out.
Thanks, Chef Ed.
He can't wait to hear this new dumb idea.
Oh, Chef Ed, you have little faith.
We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison on this Weedman Wednesday. And without further ado, it's time to take the next step and hear Brad Out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad Out.
All right, guys.
You know, all this Giannis news about the potential of him leaving Milwaukee, it scared me a little bit. I'm a little concerned. Yeah.
You're already smiling right now.
I feel like it's because these ideas, they're like my children. They're so good.
This must be
there's
stupid.
Literally a moment of like creativity and mind that gives birth to this beautiful idea that is Hear Brad Out.
All right, get to it.
Now, you're seeing it all over the country. Strofe even mentioned it in Becoming Relevant. I was freaking out a little bit. He was taking my idea, but he didn't. Wisconsin needs its own NHL hockey team. Okay? Here's why. They need to be in Pfizer form. I'm a little concerned that if and when Giannis leaves, the Deer District's going to become... There's more. Hang on. The Deer District's going to become a little bit more quiet. We can't afford that. The city of Milwaukee needs an NHL team. Seattle gets the Kraken. Vegas gets the Golden Knights. And now Utah is getting the Mammoths. We are the frozen tundra. We are the Midwest. Bumps the Chicago Blackhawks, bumps the Minnesota Wild. We need a Wisconsin hockey team. It would be electric. I would like the few NHL games I've gone to, they're unbelievable. I say we decide and we ask the commissioner for the NHL to launch a Wisconsin
What's his
hockey
name,
team.
Brad?
It's a great question. I don't know.
Gary Bettman.
Who?
Gary Bettman.
Gary Bettman?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be for sure down for this because I have come up with names and mascots for the Wisconsin NHL hockey team that will be the next franchise of the NHL. So it's already a great idea. I know. Thank you. You're welcome. Here's where it gets fun. Okay. Here are the names for Wisconsin's. We're not going to do like Wisconsin's hockey program either, Strofe. The Wisconsin Glaciers. The Wisconsin Glaciers.
That's not
Their
bad.
mascot is a big ice cube. And it goes by the name of either Snowballs or I'm not gonna be able to get through these.
Nothing here.
Chilberg. The Wisconsin
bad.
Glaciers. How about the Wisconsin Timber? Sort of a nod to the North Woods.
You mean you are aware we
have a Timber Rattlers?
Yeah, but this is just the timber.
You do realize
this would be like a tree type.
Do you
thing.
know
the mascot
Portland?
would be Saul Bunyan?
You know, oh gosh,
like Paul Bunyan's brother.
That's okay.
Saul Bunyan.
Oh, he had a lot of time with
These
his
names
hand.
are so good. The mascot names are so unbelievable.
Brad was laughing.
Are you good, man?
I'm good.
Come on, Brad. Saul Bunyan.
Spit it out, dude.
All right, the Wisconsin Lumberjacks. The Wisconsin Lumberjacks, also a nod to the North Woods. I'm thinking of a lumberjack mascot. Axel McChop.
Oh, wow.
Axel McChop.
You created these on your own or you
I did.
AI?
No, most of these I did on my own. I did a couple for AI.
Axel McChop.
McChop. Axel McChop. I'll tell you the ones I used AI for. I can't take prize for all of them. This one I used. No, I didn't. This is all my own. The Wisconsin Yeti. The Wisconsin Yeti.
That's a brand.
Puckfoot.
Puckfoot. Instead of Bigfoot. Is that what you're going for?
Yes.
This man had entirely.
Yo, are you high?
He had me high. You went up north?
I'm trying to lean into the Wisconsin themes here, boys.
Yeah, you're doing a bad job.
Okay, how about this? Another Wisconsin theme. Because did you know John Dillinger and Al Capone had places in Wisconsin? The Wisconsin Gangsters. This one I have to give AI some credit for. The Mullet Mafia. The Mullet Mafia. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. For what? Probably the best one. Because they're the Wisconsin Gangsters. And the and the mascots.
The Wisconsin Gangsters?
Yeah.
I don't think the NHL would love.
Yeah, coming up
peddling that
next, the
team
Wisconsin Gangsters take
But
on the
there's
Calgary
the Raiders
Flames.
in the NFL. What do you think a
They're
Raider
Pirates.
is? The Pirates, the Buccaneers. Those were all savage
Hey, Brad,
individuals.
crazy thought for you for a moment.
Yeah.
There is a hockey team that plays up the street from us named the Admirals.
Yeah. You ever go to any of
So
their
what?
games?
What's the point?
Do you go to any
But
Milwaukee
yeah,
Admirals
we want
games?
an NHL franchise.
Well,
Yeah,
NHL.
We'll just promote them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem solved. Roscoe is in the league, baby.
No, we want
do
big game. With all due
They're a
respect to
minor
the
league.
Admirals.
They're a minor league
Okay,
feeder program.
I got two more. Let me get through
Predators.
the rest of these two. The Wisconsin Rink Rats.
Oh,
What the hell?
That's rink rat is a term like a gym rat, except rink rat. I feel like that leans into the hard-working.
We're never getting a team.
Yeah, this is
And this
only
one-
hurting us.
This one I'm particularly proud of.
Oh, this is probably really bad, Ben.
The snowplowers and the Zamboni. The Zamboni is the mascot.
Wait, the Zamboni is or the Zamboni driver?
The Zamboni has like a snowplow on the front of it, and that's your mascot.
An inanimate object is your mascot.
Yes.
You put
It
more
comes
time
out
into the
every-
mascot.
It comes out every
Yeah,
edition.
the mascots were bigger than the idea itself.
Saul Bunyan,
That was funny.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Axel McChop.
I'm hearing a lot about a 100-mile rule being too close to Chicago. So
I think that's a myth. I've heard that too. I think that's a myth.
There's no way.
It's a TV market thing, I believe.
Jokes aside, a true NHL team in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think we're all behind that.
Yeah.
No.
Obviously, I made it fun with the names.
Can I
But
be honest?
couple on the Carbless talk and text line.
What was your favorite names though?
The Wisconsin Steel, Steel.
Do we make a lot of steel here in Wisconsin?
According to Tom, maybe. From Taylor, the Wisconsin Puckers.
Puckers. Interesting. I liked Puckfoot with the Yeti.
The Milwaukee Muskies.
Oh, I like that, actually. That's very Wisconsin. Milwaukee Muskies?
Kind of soft.
You think that's soft?
Yeah, fish. Muskies get caught.
That's true. But they're a trophy fish. They're pretty fierce, too. Have you ever seen a muskie?
Kind of ugly. Hanging on walls, dancing around.
So the Wisconsin Glaciers, their mascot is Snowballs or Chilberg. The Wisconsin Timber, Saul Bunyan would be their mascot. The Wisconsin Lumberjacks, Axel McChop.
That's so dumb.
It's good.
Wisconsin Yeti, Puckfoot.
That's so dumb also. Puckfoot.
The Wisconsin Gangsters, the Mullet Mafia. The Wisconsin Rink Rats. I didn't get to that mascot.
What the hell is a rink rat?
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
Cheddar the mice.
Cheddar.
Did you call it Mick Cheddar or just Cheddar?
Just Cheddar. Just Cheddar.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, just Cheddar the rat.
Don't encourage this.
And the Wisconsin Snowplowers. Oh, Plowzilla. Plowzilla would be the Zamboni driver, and you have a plow at the end of it. And think about it. It's baked in to the hockey game in between.
Only one thing baked right now is you during these ideas. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman.
Cheddar the Rink Rat is actually pretty solid.
Cheddar the Rink Rat.
That's actually
you
pretty
heard of
solid.
Rink Rat before? It's like a gym rat.
Yes, you've said that already.
Yeah, but I feel like you're not appreciating
I've
how
never
clever
heard of
that
a
is.
rink rat before.
You know, I put time into hear Brad out.
A+ for idea,
Shockingly.
A+ for hilarity, F- for names. Might as well call us the Wisconsin Potholes and make the mascot a construction cone.
Boy, that's everywhere.
That's a good idea. Who said that?
Dave from Aaron.
Dave, that's good.
Do y'all really think a hockey team would work here?
No.
Yeah, no.
I wanted to, though.
It's like WNBA team, hockey team, MLS team. They'll never work here.
Why, though?
MLS has more of a chance.
On the text line, Lasagna says, promote the Admirals and demote Brad. You're going to have to be doing Hear Brad Out on Mr. Irrelevant. You don't even get the radio audience.
I didn't know that could happen. I hope I don't get demoted.
Yeah.
Just means Alex Strofe or Josh DiMaggio are up from Mr. Irrelevant, and one of us goes down to the minors.
Oh, gosh. Relegated? I won't be relegated. Does my check stay the same?
It's not relegation. It's like the development. We're like the G League. We're like the developmental territory.
That's even worse.
That's even worse than AAA.
No, we are in AAA.
The G League isn't much of a development league.
Is it like playing in Lithuania?
No, much better than that.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Who would, in all fairness, I think he'll agree with me. Who would willingly be like, yeah, I'll go play ball in Lithuania. That sounds awesome.
Well, if I was playing in one of the bigger cities, I'd go back.
Well, what about
Didn't you have offers to go to like
France,
Spain,
Italy?
What the
But
hell?
it wasn't
Australia?
as good of money or of a division.
Oh, Lithuania has.
Can I
It's a very good basketball country.
Can I
It's
ask
great
what
for the
your-
resume.
That was the end of the resume.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
And I decided it was the end of the road.
How much did you get paid?
I'm not saying that on air, you
What do you
dingus.
mean? What do you mean saying on air?
Did they offer
How much
you
money
a
did you make
second
at Marquette?
contract?
How much money did you make at How much money did you make at Baird?
Well, at Central Michigan, I made
exactly.
No,
Brad
Central
smiled when you asked him that question.
I make less now.
Thank you. Welcome.
We're getting off this.
What'd you make?
No,
See you later.
No, because you looked up this man's salary and Brad, how much you made in the NFL. Yeah.
That's public information. Mine's all in the casino in Lithuania anyway.
I'm finna look up your salary.
Did they offer you a second contract?
I did have a second contract. It was more money. I said, hell no.
Really?
Ball Brothers picked worst possible place, says American basketball player Ben Brust on the Bandwagon podcast with Alex Strofe. Crazy.
I tried to get us to break.
Crazy.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I made
KBN.
nothing, guys.
I said,
nothing.
"Man, you gotta do more sucking." And so I called the company. I said, "Listen, y'all put this thing in here. Y'all need to come on."
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Delays along southbound 43 stretch from Capitol Drive pretty much all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River crossing. Northbound on 43, you got delays from Kilbourne all the way up towards Keefe. Westbound 94, you got heavy ride from 13th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. You're back on the brakes crossing over into Waukesha County to about Sunny Slope Road. And then again, just before Moreland Road, you start to slow down again to Brookfield Road. On the eastbound side, you got backups from 76th Street all the way to 27th. Traffic is brought to you by Third Ward Beer Garden. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, breezy, a low of 42. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 51 at the lake, 61 inland. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season, and now is the time to tackle those big projects you've been putting off. Right now, during the home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months, and you'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today.
Did you know Minnesota has more shoreline than California, Florida, and Hawaii combined? There are lakes, and then there are Minnesota lakes. In the land of 10,000 lakes, endless possibilities await. Start planning an angler's getaway to catch a coveted walleye or river trout, or dive into the best paddling in the country. Discover why in Minnesota lakes aren't just a destination, they're a way of life. Start planning your next adventure by visiting exploreminnesota.com. That's exploreminnesota.com.
Hey, want to make your next meal a little less ordinary? Well, head to Quick Trip. Hey, we are so back serving up our legendary No Ordinary Chicken. Yeah, your dinner is hand-breaded, fried to perfection, ready to eat for tonight's dinner. Or you can buy it cold, sealed fresh for tomorrow's lunch. You know, we love to make life easier for you. This isn't just any chicken. It's Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken. Stop in your local Quick Trip today and taste the difference.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of me earning rewards on all the purchases I make with Educators Credit Union's debit card. Whether I'm buying groceries, putting gas in my car, or knocking down pins at the bowling alley, I can earn major rewards points. I can redeem my points for cashback, gift cards, concert tickets, travel experiences, and a whole lot more. Join Educators Credit Union and start earning today at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Buying and selling a home can be a stressful process. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. The We Sell group at Keller Williams has a goal of making it stress-free for everyone. Their passion is people, their availability is unmatched, something I'm experiencing firsthand while I search for a lake home to enjoy Wisconsin summers even more. Rob and Nick are there every step of the way, not just for their sellers, but also to potential buyers and their agents to bring in as many strong offers as possible. Get started today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
It's a Weed Man Wednesday on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Weed Man for the win.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met, but let's pretend it's love.
Always listen live on the new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it in your Google Play or App Store. And make sure you stop by the Princeton Club in the Madison area or in New Berlin, because you can have a strong body with a strong mind while helping have a strong community. Had a nice lunch talking with Andy Haugen of the Princeton Club. He's talking how he's doing a fitness challenge. He has somebody who's challenged him that he has to do 40 minutes of exercise and reach the calories per day. He just found somebody. He was like, you want to challenge each other? They challenge each other. And if you don't live up to it each day, it's a little scratch on the side, which I respect. I think I'm going to need that from somebody. I need a workout buddy. Someone to hold me accountable. Who's in for that?
Don't look at me.
I got you.
Like,
what do you want that accountability
like we set the calories to a certain amount per day.
Okay.
And then the exercise to a certain amount per day.
Okay.
And if you don't do it, you owe the person a certain amount of money each day.
Interesting.
They're paying it off at our good friend Omar's restaurant Carnival.
Wow. It's a good approach.
I know. I don't want to play. I don't do that much money. I just want to work out, buddy. Check out the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. What do I have here? I got off on a tangent about needing to make my body look better. Good save in my ear, even though I still struggled to get there. I am embarrassed.
Embarrassed about what?
Okay.
Continuing to be around people and they're like, hey, like, where are you from? Like, going to weddings in St. Louis. They're all Mizzou people, like, whatever. Mizzou, whatever. And John Anderson joins us on Tuesdays. Went to Mizzou.
Hey, we talked to him yesterday. Yeah.
My point is I used to be proud to say, oh, yeah, I love Wisconsin Badger basketball and football, most specifically football. I used to be able to put my chest out and know that, like, we were something that was something to be proud of. The over-under is 5.5 wins this season. I'm reading articles on the expectations you should have is to try and get to 6 wins in a bowl game, and you should be happy with that. And I have a hard time coming to grips with that. You're paying somebody $7+ million a year to lead the team, and you went the wrong direction to completely 180'd it with a air raid, the dairy raid, and now we're bringing in a new system, which is the right decision. But the timing stinks. You got a tough schedule. It's like, how am I supposed to be proud to be a Badger football fan right now?
Ben, I'm right there with you because I love the Wisconsin Badgers. I mean, it's the one team I grew up rooting for and then played for. Dream come true. And even like last night, finally like hanging up pictures in my office, and there's one from me in the Rose Bowl. And there's like a autographed football from all the guys on those teams went to the Rose Bowl. I'm looking through it. I'm like, man, those teams were so good. I mean, they had just dude after dude after dude. And it got me thinking about the glory years of Wisconsin football and the team now. And I was discouraged. I was just like, I'm not even looking forward to Saturdays in the fall right now because in the same way, Ben, when I go back down to Florida, talk to my friends down there, they're talking about Alabama and Georgia.
Are we going to see Alabama again?
Yeah. And
ain't going to be pretty.
No, it's not. And I'm just like, man, this team and this program has fallen so far. Because I'm seeing the same articles, Ben, that like over-under is 5.5 games, and it would be a success if the Badgers can get to 6 wins in a bowl game. That used to be like an embarrassing floor for the Wisconsin Badgers. It's just discouraging. I don't come here with like solutions necessarily because I get it. The Big Ten's harder. NIL is a difficult environment to live in. I get it. But like Ben said, we're paying Luke Fickell to put together a product on the field that reaches the standard of Wisconsin football that's been set for 35 years.
The standard's out the window, Brad.
It's gone.
No, the standard's out the window. The culture's out the window. And it's just sad. You just said it. We're talking about 5.5 wins. We're hoping to make a bowl game? Is that what it is? When the Badgers sucked, when they fired Paul Chryst, they were looking to change something because they felt like it was getting stale. We weren't going to be able to compete. But that program was still winning 8 football games. Now we're talking about back-to-back seasons not going to a bowl game. I don't believe there was enough outrage with how this team has gone south. Right? The Badger football program was not where it needed to be, but now the Badger football program is in a worse position than what they were when Graham Mertz was throwing interceptions for the Wisconsin Badgers. So right now, I'm completely upset, and this is what I think that the Badgers should do. I don't want to get Luke Fickell fired, but if the performance of Luke Fickell is 6 wins or less next season, fire Luke Fickell, hire somebody else who may cost you $1.5 million and take the rest of that money and invest it into the players. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Don't hire a coach listen, all these coaches could pop out of anywhere nowadays. It's all about paying the players. Pay the team.
It's all money now?
Yeah, pay the team, not the players. Pay the players, not the coaches. I'm so serious. There is a coach who is probably 35 years old in FCS who would be happy to make $1 million right now to come coach Wisconsin. If you gave him $7 or $8 million to disperse amongst multiple kids on this football team, an extra $7 or $8 million on top of whatever they got, I guarantee you Wisconsin will be in the conversation of being a Big Ten powerhouse again. Forget hiring a good coach. Just find yourself a young, up-and-coming coach who may or may not work out, but at the end of the day, I'm paying for all the best players.
I mean, that is at least a creative solution.
It is the solution. We're paying him how much this year? Luke Fickell? He getting paid how much?
I actually don't want to.
It was like a $50 million contract over like 5 years.
I think Ben was nailing the ballpark of $7 million-ish. It's just like
it's bad. It's bad money. It's poorly invested.
We thought he was hired, and I thought he was hired to be that guy. Ben, do we want to know?
$7.7 million.
$7.7 million.
You know how many studs we can get for $7.7 million? Do you know how many studs we can get? We can get ourselves a quarterback.
Probably an entire side of the ball.
I wouldn't have to worry about getting kids from FCS Division III. You know the Wisconsin Badgers brought in a Division III guy and want me to be excited about it. No shot at the kid. He could be great. But you know what? That's not what I'm excited for. You just said, we just brought somebody in from what program?
Hawaii
had 16 receptions last year. A lot of yards, but 400. But 16 receptions. I'm supposed to be excited about this?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's not even like there's excitement in the program. There's the transfers are coming from lower programs, trying to step it up.
We're paying them $100,000. If you paying anybody $100,000 to come to your program, you suck. You suck.
That's pretty crazy. But that's true.
No. We paying these kids $100,000 to come here. This is garbage. I want the 500,000 guys. I want the 800,000 guys.
I remember when people were like afraid of the Wisconsin Badgers, like maybe not their speed, but their toughness.
You knew it was going to be a battle to have to beat them.
Yes,
you'd have to play a really good game. You couldn't make mistakes.
It's just, I don't know. It's just like a whole fanhood in me has like partially died when they're.
I'm grieving right now. I think I'm in denial right now.
What are you in denial about? The team's not.
I don't want to hear it because I'm in denial. I'm not in the acceptance phase yet.
5.5 wins.
I was up in Green Bay for the NFL draft, and I walked around on Saturday, and I thought it reminded me of how it was a beautiful day on Saturday. I got a little sunburn. I think you came back and saw my face; it was red. It reminded me of when the Badgers played LSU. And like you know when you feel the weather, you're in an environment, and you can put yourself somewhere. It's like that was amazing. They made plays, the interception at the end, personal foul after he made the interception. Like I just remember so many great moments, and now I'm just sad, and it stinks, and it stinks, and it stinks.
I mean, we go from having guys, first round guys, second round guys, to guys getting selected in the 7th round. We've fallen quite far. We're a mediocre program, and it happened fast.
Yeah, and
does anybody else? Well, let's not gloss over the best idea that I think I've heard in a while. Are we all for paying a coach less to invest more in the team?
100%. 100%.
Give me a $2 million coach and take the other $5 million you're giving to Fickell and give it to the players.
100%. Find yourself a young up and coming coach. Pay him that $2 million because I'm telling you, I can't say it will work, but I'm saying it'll be a better investment because the product on the football field, Luke Fickell
ain't worth 7.7.
Luke Fickell's lost. Like he legitimately has lost. He said at the end of last year, he's even now trying to figure out what this team identity is. He's trying to get it right. He's lost. I'm not saying he's not a good coach. It's just the times have maybe went past him.
Anyone else have anything to add before I continue being in denial?
Did we mention how ESPN's rankings of the best quarterbacks in the Big Ten have Billy Edwards Jr. as second last?
Oh my God!
He was in the Big Ten last year. He was sucked.
There's 18 teams in the Big Ten. He's 17th.
He's 17th out of 8. Just end me.
Really quickly, Arizona State. This is even too much for me. They paid their coach Dillingham $3.95 million, and that team went to the
college football playoff. 7.7. Kyle's on to something. I hate to say it, but we have the drop. If we could find it. Kyle's on to something.
I think Kyle is on to something.
More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Is one of the things that your girlfriend gets upset with is you interrupting her like this?
Probably. I just complimented you. What the hell?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
All you got gotta do is put up.
Eric Church is back and bringing his unforgettable live show to Milwaukee. Eric Church, Free the Machine Tour. With special guest, Marcus King Band.
No sleep until the work was.
Fiserv Forum, Friday, September 26th. Get tickets Friday, May 9th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. His new album, Evangeline vs. the Machine, is out now. One epic night of music that you won't want to miss. Eric Church, Free the Machine Tour. Live at Fiserv Forum, Friday, September 26th. Get tickets Friday, May 9th. For more, visit ericchurch.com. Produced by Messina Touring Group.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jackson Churio Star Wars night bobble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers cribbage board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at brewers.com.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at 90s 2K Cafe Milwaukee, Champs Lake Geneva, McGillicuddy's Milwaukee, Kelly's Bleachers Wind Lake, and Magoo's on the Mound Milwaukee. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met, but let's pretend it's love. And never, never, never stop for anyone. Tonight, let's get some and live while we're young.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. You, KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. Ryan from Aguanago chimes in. Until they have a QB, they will not be able to compete. Overpay if you have to. Don't matter if they have a good QB if they got a bunch of bums on the field to throw to.
Yeah, there's just no weapons. There's no playmakers. There's no excitement. There's no toughness. And don't
talk about Badger football right now.
Maybe they'll surprise us. Hey, we haven't had these low expectations ever, so maybe they'll surprise us.
But it's not fun. It's
We're
not fun
Indiana.
to do this bad.
We're Indiana of 2024.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of 2024, they were great in 2024 because they had a new head coach who came in. We're Indiana of 2010 to 2022. And that's what's sickening is my future brother-in-law went to Indiana, and he's got a real football team that's to root for. And I don't.
And even worse, Indiana. The Illinois Fighting Illini with Brett Bielema, they got a real football team. They'll likely be top 25.
Hey, the good news is, Benny, you were a basketball player. We're a basketball school.
I love the basketball team.
I love the basketball team, too.
But
there's something about Saturdays when your team is good and Camp Randall is lit up and the streets of Regent Street and walking down Dayton to get to the stadium and people are giving you a beer bong from the third story.
Who needs it?
No, I do.
I mean,
we got John Blackwell.
You don't do it because nobody shows up as much anymore because if the product's not good, you'll see a dwindling effect.
And the problem is if this goes on long enough, it won't be able to be resuscitated. It'll be so hard.
We're gonna need another Barry.
You're gonna need another program reset. And when you're in that moment, it's so hard to do.
Fellas, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you need a program reset. It's not gonna work. Luke Fickell's not gonna work. I'm just telling you this right now. I was excited, and I love Jim Leonard, and I wanted Jim Leonard to get the job. I was excited about Jim Leonard potentially getting the job. When he didn't get the job, I was upset, but I said, Luke Fickell, all right, now we swinging for the fences, and let me tell you, he's as bad as Devin Williams is right now for the New York Yankees. He sucks. He sucks.
All right, anyone? Okay, last chance to get it all out. This is my fault. I brought us back here.
Yeah, I got one more thing.
Go ahead, Brad.
You play for the
for all the people that say, well, the schedule. The schedule's really hard. Oh, the Big Ten is tough. Listen, you're just telling me that you're okay with mediocrity. Like you're okay being mid. You don't want the big games. When the Badgers were good, 2018, 2010, 2011, those Rose Bowl years with Barry, dude, they were facing and beating good teams. Good teams. I mean, we didn't always win them all. We weren't getting our doors blown off. In the Rose Bowl, TCU, Oregon, we lost by the hair of the teeth. 2018, they should have beaten an undefeated Ohio State team that year. So we had those upsets.
2017 and 2019.
Thank you. 2017 and
2017, they were one possession away with Alex Hornibrook. In 2019, I was sitting at the Echo Tap up 21-7 at halftime.
Crazy.
Cool. Actually believing that the Badgers would get it done, knowing that it wasn't going to happen. But there was a sense of real hope, not false hope.
Yeah, that's
and I'm
problem.
living in false hope right now.
And there was a time when the Badgers were a bona fide top 3 Big Ten team. And even if you jam in all these new teams, they'd probably be living in the top 5 somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But we are in the middle to bottom of the Big Ten.
Middle, we're the bottom. I'm telling you, fellas, we suck. We don't have an edge. We lost to Iowa, we lost to Minnesota, and we lost to Nebraska, all in the same year. I'm just telling you this right.
42-10.
You got smoked
against Iowa.
You were surpassed by all these. Remember when the axe was
such an embarrassing game.
Remember when the Battle of the Axe was actually competitive? Remember we had the axe for 18 years straight? What was it? Something like that?
Yeah.
From 2003 until 2021 or something like that?
Yeah, it was at least in the high
20.
teens.
Yeah, I mean we had the axe for years. Fellas, Minnesota's dominating us the last couple of years. I was beating the snot out of us, and Nebraska actually brought in a
fake
coach.
Patrick Mahomes is beating us.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Patrick Mahomes dupe.
He's beating
It's crazy.
Barry Alvarez is beating us.
Dupe. That's so good.
We're
It's not good,
Northwestern.
but it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, for real, we're not good, and it sucks. We're mediocre, and again, you got to get rid of the coach.
I'm sad now.
Yeah, I mean, but there's always hope coming up one year.
No, there's not. You literally just said there is no hope and we suck.
I'm telling you.
The good news is they can only exceed our expectations.
Exactly, and if they don't, Luke Fickell gets fired, they bring somebody else in, and you have more hope. Now, if that coach fails, then, and then we suck. Then I got to raise a kid who don't want to be a Badger fan.
That's the thing, is like, that used to be you grew up wanting that. People don't want that anymore. They want the money. It's stupid. Damn Sports Show next in Beaver Dam. Jim, Matt, and Molly are next in Madison. We're going to turn the page to Josh Jacobs and the Green Bay Packers and get this negativity out of our system here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on 94.5 ESPN. Streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. You can always listen on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. We are back in 2 short minutes.
Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out with me tonight.
Eastbound on 94, right about at 68th Street, we got the right shoulder blocked with a crash. A couple of cars, or a van and a car, so just be careful heading through that. Otherwise, delays right now from 84th Street all the way past 35th. On the westbound side, you got backups from 25th Street all the way through the Zoo interchange into Waukesha County, just past Moreland Road, almost to Calhoun, so watch out for that. You've got southbound 43, very heavy ride from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette, down past Chase. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, breezy, a low of 42. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 51 at the lake, 61 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
He is Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe is running the show. KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. That is the Carveless talk and text line. Less is more. Watch us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, and listen on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app, and you can check out anything you missed on Kyle, Brust, Nortman, or any of your favorite shows across ESPN Wisconsin. I feel a lot better moving on from the negativity of what the future of the. I just feel better that I'm back in it's out of my brain. I got it like the mini vent session out of my chest.
I'm like YouTube. Shout out to those on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and I love KBN Nation, but
what's going on? I haven't checked it.
Yeah, so there's somebody in here who believes in this team and is like delusional a little bit. And I love KBN Nation. I'm not saying you're Delulu. I'm just saying
I'm not saying you're Delulu, but I'm saying you're Delulu.
No. They said they got some decent talent. Just brutal schedule. Okay.
I want to know who the decent talent
Me too.
Who should I be watching for this year?
Vinny Anthony. Who Vinny's good.
I agree. Vinny Anthony, very good.
He's good, but he's not
He's
filling
a college
the seat.
wide receiver.
Yeah.
Gonna win you 7 games.
Yeah, Billy Edwards Jr. Oh man, he lit it up at Maryland at that program. I won 5 games last year. I'm so excited. A lot of talent. That D line, oof.
They're bigger.
Yeah, but don't know who they are.
They're bigger.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears to the Green Bay Packers because I still am in awe of what Tyrese Haliburton did for the Indiana Pacers. 2 games now in which they've came back from down 7 with about a minute left.
Yeah.
He's a dog. But they don't have any dogs on the Green Bay Packers defensive line. And that scares me. And Josh Jacobs was making the rounds at Super Bowl media week, right? So he's talking about how they need a wide receiver. I think that was with Kay Adams. And now he's been talking with Bussin' with the boys about how he feels about this team. There's been a consistent theme that's not just about this Packers team coming up this year, but the Packers team before that, and the Packers team before that, and maybe the Packers team before that. It seems as if there's always one or two guys that they're missing to make that push. Alex drove thumbs up. First, we'll hear Josh Jacobs on Bussin' with the Boys, which just happened a couple days ago, talking about how he feels about the future of the Green Bay Packers team if they're close.
What I think of the team, when you got a lot of young guys, we was the youngest team in the NFL last year. It's a lot of hunger, which I love. It's a lot of guys that's still coachable, still willing to, put in the work each day. And just to have them type of guys with another year's worth of experience. And then obviously we added some pieces. We added McCall Hardman. We got Nate Hobbs. The draft coming up, we're going to get some guys. I think we're going to be straight, man. I tell people all the time, we played the Eagles better than any other team that I've seen. And that was just me watching football and scouting and things like that. I'm like, we gave them the best run for their money than any other team. So I think we there, bro. We just a few pieces away.
There it is. Dun, 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 dun. We're a few pieces away. All that talk, and he got, I don't know about you guys, but as I was listening to Josh Jacobs, the all-pro running back, right? He had a great season, led the league rushing 3 years ago. He's on your Green Bay Packers, talking about the hunger, talking about the coachability, talking about the young guys that have the experience now as they get older. And then he drops the bombshell. We're still just a few pieces away. Where the hell are the few pieces coming, boys?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a common theme because I remember, he even said when he was making his Super Bowl rounds, I think when asked hey, what do you think, you got a guy away? I think he said, I think we're a few guys away. So he still feels like there are a few guys away. But when it comes down to is this team ready? You're totally right, Ben. That was 45 seconds of disclaimers. And then gets to the headline. We're a few pieces away still.
I love this team. I love the Packers.
But right, you can't go from talking about, we competed at the best team to compete against the Philadelphia Eagles. Typically, when you say that, the thing that follows that is, now that we're going to be healthy, I feel like this roster and this team is very, very close to being the Philadelphia Eagles, especially with us having year 2 of me being here, year 2 of a new defensive coordinator. But instead, he's still thinking that they don't have the guys in the locker room to be able to compete for championships.
Important context that I don't think changed the conversation completely here. This podcast with Bustin' with the Boys was recorded before the drafting of Matthew Golden.
We got one guy.
But thank you. I just wanted to give that context.
Who's the second guy?
Savion Williams, wide receiver out of TCU.
But we're not just talking about the wide receiver group. We're talking about the team as a whole. And that to me is the issue at hand is when he's talking about being a few pieces away, he's not just talking about the offense, he's talking about the team.
Yeah, you don't think that man as a running back doesn't look at the defense and know that this defense has some holes in it. He knows all the chatter happening with Jair Alexander. He knows what he's going to get from Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine. He got guys who are competitors, but they may not be ready to be going up against number ones each and every single week. I might love Carrington Valentine's mentality, but he's going to have to prove it on Sundays that he can compete with the likes of a Justin Jefferson, with the likes of an Amon-Ra St. Brown as well. And he understands that as Josh Jacobs, that this team needs more studs. That's what they're missing. More dudes on the football team.
It just feels like they're always a few pieces away, right? Whether it be end of Rodgers' career or now this team with Jordan Love, it just feels like they're always a few pieces, a few players away, because I think we'd all look at this team and say they're really good. And Goody has done a really good job recreating through a franchise reset with a new quarterback, young team. They're competitive. They make the playoffs. It's just a perpetual few players away, which Josh Jacobs sees it. We see it. And
I want to pinpoint this, though, right? If we're going to have the conversation about them being a few pieces away, and this is year 3 of Jordan Love being a starter, if Jordan Love is really, really, really good, is he able to propel them past them being a few pieces away? Or is this one of those things now where you are going to look back at the 2020 and 2021 draft classes and look who should be the guys as a part of the core of this team in the veteran prime years of their 4th, 5th, and 6th years of their career, making strong impacts? But when you look back, it's really right now the 22, really just the 23-24 draft plus I sprinkle in a couple of guys that are making the impact.
No. This is what you're doing, though. You're putting Jordan Love in a place that he needs to play at a level of an elite MVP type level. Now, that's what I want. But I understand
of course,
that
maybe it's natural for me to set that up because I'm so used to doing a radio show in the state of Wisconsin where there's been a Hall of Fame elite quarterback under center.
There may be 4 elite MVP type quarterbacks in the NFL right now. We know it's Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. Those are the guys that are play at an elite level that can elevate their team each and every week. And I believe only one of those guys has a Super Bowl title. And so it's not just easy to do that. Now, when you look at this Green Bay Packers roster, offensively, there's still guys that have to prove themselves. We have the receiving room where I may love Jaden Reed. I may love the potential Tate Wigtaz. I may like Romeo Dobbs, but none of them have shown to be perennial guys on the outside or the inside at all. That's why the drafting of Matthew Golden was something Bradley Nortman was sitting here saying, we need to get a number 1 guy. That's the issue on the offense. I think Tucker Kraft is ready to break out. I really do. But he still needs to break out, right? Lucas Van Ness still needs to
still counts for taking the next step.
Luke Musgrave also needs to take the next step. But all I'm saying is this.
No more next step.
Is that I can't put all this pressure on to Jordan Love and thinking that Jordan Love by himself can elevate the team because he has not shown it yet.
Great quarterback. He showed it in 2023, and you know that yourself. He elevated the wide receivers in 2023 that we all thought that in 2024 the wide receivers were going to take a jump because he made them look that good.
We will see a healthy Jordan Love that he can replicate that. I hope so. If he does, then this team is going to have a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Well, there's no doubt that if the Packers are going to win a Super Bowl, Jordan Love has to be MVP caliber, right? Because if you look at Super Bowl quarterback participants, they all are top 5 NFL quarterbacks that year. But let's take Josh Jacobs' mindset a few players away. Let's just take a few first-round draft picks who should be your players and say, what if they were those guys? Eric Stokes in 2021. Then you'd say Nate Hobbs, Jair Alexander, like we don't need you, or it's an elite secondary. Quay Walker, if he was a truly elite linebacker, you'd have him and Edrin Cooper.
You would know if he was elite already. Going into year 4?
And Lucas Van Ness. If he was already, if just those 3, Meek will mean 3, if just those 3 guys were like studs, right? Because we're talking about players, not just like fill the roster kind of guys. You look at this team paired with a Jordan Love that has to play better, and you'd say, oh yeah, this team is Super Bowl.
Instead of signing Hobbs, you have a perennial. Like
you've got, but you make like $10 million or something, $8 million. I mean, you can spend that maybe 14. You can make that money.
He
elsewhere.
was 4 for 48, but it was a very front end in terms of Hobbs. But I'm saying you're able to have a cornerback in Eric Stokes. You drafted in the first round. I believe he was 21st overall, is what I thought. Like that's still a decent pick there for somebody that you should
pick. It's a first round pick
that should still be on your team producing.
You expect those guys to produce.
God, that one sucks. He signed for how much?
Yeah,
$1 million?
Was it something like that? Not
Myers was minimum. One of him or Josh Myers was $1 million. I think it was 1 for 1. Either 1 for 3. It was something in the you can count it on your one hand. You went to the computer for Eric Stokes' contract.
Stokes, that's who it was.
You blanked?
Well, I didn't know if you were talking about him, Myers, or A.J. Dillon also signed for like $950,000.
Oh, man.
It was a second-round pick, which is crazy.
Yeah, this Green Bay Packers team.
Imagine if some of these guys were still on the team.
3.5.
Could have been guaranteed.
We're talking his new contract, right?
Yeah. Maybe 500 to sign.
2.9 guaranteed.
Wow.
The few players away could have been taken care of in the first round.
Josh Myers only got $2 million, but all $2 million were guaranteed.
But I just think of like if just the first round, a few first round draft picks actually hit, and we all agree Jordan Love needs to be elite, right? I mean, that's any Super Bowl level quarterback. This team would be bona fide contenders. Top of, we go like Potawatomi, when it comes to the Super Bowl odds, they'd be up there with the Lions and the Eagles.
Yeah, and Josh Jacobs, I think after the draft, he still wouldn't be saying that this team is, they're
not a
ready.
few pieces away.
There's no way that a veteran like him thinks Matthew Golden could come in. And he probably think he could be a contributor, but he's not going to say that's the final piece. He seems like a pretty realistic guy. I believe Matthew Golden has the potential to be a difference maker for the Green Bay Packers, but it still does not plug the hole that we see that we talked about earlier. Is the fact that the defensive line has holes.
On YouTube, I mean,
they have holes.
You speak to the holes here. I can't believe Keyshawn Nixon might be cornerback 1. This is the problem.
It 100% is a problem. And again, it's not a knock on Keyshawn Nixon whatsoever. It's just the fact that they put him in a position where he's competing to be cornerback number one. I think Keyshawn Nixon can be a good slot corner. I think he could be a good number two corner. But when I'm talking about going up against a division that has a lot of good wide receivers, I would feel more comfortable with a guy that I know can be out there, it can compete, and can make the job easier, the life easier for our defensive line, especially our defensive line that's lacking an ability to get pass rushers for.
I mean, I know it's crazy. A week from today, I believe the NFL schedule comes out. So we're going to break that down. It's going to be a thrill. That feels like the season comes to life. I'm just glancing through the Packers 2025 schedule. I'm not going to go into depth.
Opponents?
Dude, their opponents. They play some stud wide receiver ones. I mean, among the best in football. They got the Bengals. You got Jamar Chase. You've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, of course. You've got Justin Jefferson, of course. The Eagles again. You got the Commanders. You've got Malik Neighbors and the Giants, but who's throwing him the football? DK receiving from Aaron Rodgers, most likely with the Steelers. I mean, those are bona fide number one wide receivers. If Nixon is on them for 17 games, I got nothing.
No, but it's not even that. It's the combination of Keyshawn Nixon and a defensive line that you cannot trust to get pressure. So if you got to send six, you got to send multiple guys to get to the quarterback.
They're going to get open.
You better get to the quarterback, or there's going to be a lot of big plays, or Xavier McKinney having to make a lot of tackles.
Speaking of the calendar, Brad just told you a week away we'll be having the NFL schedule release, but less than a week away is Mother's Day, and that means Welky's Mother's Day giveaway is back to help you out. Be the talk of Mother's Day around your family, because if you go to the ESPN Wisconsin app right now, you can download it if you don't have it on the App Store or Google Play Store. Go to the ESPN Wisconsin app and hit the contest tab. And through the end of the day today, this is your last chance. This is a great potential prize for you. You can win a one-night stay at the St. Kate the Arts Hotel, a gift card to one of the St. Kate's restaurants, and of course, a nice big bouquet of flowers straight from Welky's Milwaukee florist. If you aren't the lucky winner, you can still get 10% off when you call and place an order by saying ESPN at checkout. Show the mom in your life how appreciated she is. Just go to the ESPN Wisconsin app. Google Play, App Store, ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it, open it, hit contest. Go to Welky's Mother's Day giveaway. And you can win that St. Kate's Day, a gift card, and a big bouquet of flowers, and you will be so happy that you did so. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Oh, excuse me. It's the 414 hour at 4. Time flies.
Hey, 414 hour at 4. Is it nice outside, KBN Nation? I heard there's something. Brad, you got it.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's good.
More next. Thanks, guys.
This is Kyle, Brust, and
Debbie's
Nortman.
got the weather update.
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, a bunch of accidents to deal with now. First of all, eastbound 94 at 68th Street off on the right shoulder. Be careful. They are out of their cars, looking at their cars, so you want to be extra careful. We've also got on 894 westbound, just west of 84th Street, we got the left lane blocked with a crash there. And then on 894 eastbound, the right lane is blocked with a broken down truck. So that's going to be causing some issues. Then we've also got an incident on northbound Howell, right at Air Cargo Way, at the end of the airport spur. The right lane is closed northbound because of this incident. And then on the exit to Ryan Road from southbound 94, we do have a crash there as well. Traffic is brought to you by Third Ward Beer Garden. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, breezy, a low of 42. Then tomorrow, sunny with a high of 51 at the lake, 61 inland. Weather's brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With a 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.
They actually did it.
For the first time since 2002.
The Green and Gold have drafted their next playmaker.
Matthew Golden, wide receiver of Texas.
Does Jordan Love now have his number one target?
Touchdown, Matthew Golden!
React to the pick right here. 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the new ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's happened again. Another local organization switching to business technology from James Imaging Systems. This time, it's St. Anne Center for Intergenerational Care. CFO Sally Parente.
We were unhappy with our previous vendor. It was always a big production. We also had some issues with pricing.
And now with James Imaging Systems,
The service, the value, and the ease with which we can just keep using their service and not having any big headaches. We're getting value here as well.
just what you'd expect from James Imaging Systems, a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed company. AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation.
I love that they're a local company. They've been a wonderful business partner for St. Anne Center.
Make the switch to James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jackson Churio Star Wars Night Bobble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers Cribbage Board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at Brewers.com.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at schneiderjobs.com. That's schneiderjobs.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I mean, Kyle was just saying how nice it is outside, and I can vouch for that. You probably want to get out there, run, walk, play golf. I know I can't wait to hit the links. You can't do that if you've got pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back. It is literally preventing you from living your best life. QC Kinetics, luckily for you, is the nation's leader in non-surgical relief for joint pain relief. They are able to take those joints, they're able to repair them, give them new life with their regenerative medicine. They are on the cutting edge of it, and they've been doing it for years now, and they have over 50,000 satisfied patients to vouch for how efficient and effective and personalized their plan is to give you back your life again. We're talking no drugs, no surgery, or downtime, but instead regenerative, cellular, natural relief that repairs those joints, gets you feeling pain-free for the long term, able to do the things that you want to do. So if you want to finally get your life back, and you look at the sun outside and the people moving, and you want to be moving too, then give my friends at QC Kinetics a call for your free personal consultation. Why wait? Call them now at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace, with Alex Strofe running the show. KBN Nation, as always, on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. With the ideas flowing in the NFL, John wants to know on the Carbless Talking text line, can you ask Brad what he would think about Jalen Ramsey for a cheap trade because he played with him? Not sure what he has left in the tank in his 30s, but could help for a year.
I mean, I love me some Jalen Ramsey, and there's no but behind that. He's a stud. He's a dog. He's a guy who's able to come in there and change the tenor of your room immediately.
You should message him.
I don't got his number.
No, I mean like on social media. DM him. He'll be like,
what am I going to say? What am I going to say?
Bro, you should come to Green Bay.
Why?
Because it helps the Packers.
No, but he'll say like, why, bro? I mean, like,
You're in a bad situation now.
30?
He is over the age of 30.
Well, then he's not coming to
What are
Green
you
Bay.
willing to
Goody
give up
is
for
Leo
Jalen Ramsey?
Huh?
It's not Jalen who I think you have to commit. It's Goody. It's Goody you got to convince.
Yeah,
because Jalen's
Goody.
willing. He wants to go play on a contender.
Goody
He's a dude.
had. Oh, I was about to say something. Might have got me in trouble. Goody had a cougar. He had a cougar once in Kenny Clark, and he hates it now. He's stuck with him.
Who would you rather have, though, Jair or Jalen Ramsey? Because I'd rather take Jalen Ramsey. He plays more games. He's more of like an edgy guy. He loves football.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's a dog.
I don't remember Jalen doing anything in the game against the Packers when they played them here. I just remember
What if they threw away from Jalen Ramsey?
Oh, I guess. It seems like they just got cooked. He seemed cold, probably.
He was the most athletic dude I'd ever seen.
And he's thick, too, man.
He's cut. I don't want to sound weird.
No, sound weird.
Come on now.
We wanted,
dude.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Yeah, well,
oh wow.
Maybe he was.
I wasn't going to go there either. I don't know how to say this without sounding weird. His hips were so unbelievably high, and his arms were so long. I remember them doing like cornerback drills. Kyle, you probably know what I'm talking about. Shifting your hips, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like they pull out like these hurdles. Dude is doing it with ease. With ease. I was just like, this guy is among the most athletic dudes I've ever laid eyes on.
Long arms,
long legs, reactive, smooth.
Take it easy, Brad.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Can flip his hips easily, smooth
Goody.
transition.
Man.
Long arms probably help him a lot.
Yeah,
Big hands
he's
too, huh?
competitive dude. Super competitive.
How do
Big
we?
hands.
Oh, this text
Huge
from
hands.
John. Yes, this text from John. Knowing if Jalen Ramsey could potentially help the Green Bay Packers if they did trade for him.
I think he'd help.
It ain't happening.
Goody would never. He would never.
Of course, Jalen Ramsey will help. He's a bona fide dude in the NFL. He might be aging, but
But
he's still
so
has some
isn't that a problem? We talk about being a few pieces away. You can get a few pieces.
The Packers are one piece away.
If you're willing to,
they're one piece away.
They're one piece away. I was denied this before the show. This got turned down. There's one piece.
But I'm bringing it.
There's one piece.
What are you writing down?
There's one piece the Green Bay Packers could actually get that would change the outlook on the season. Read this. Who wants to read it?
Trey Hendrickson.
There it is.
Oh my God.
There it is. What that say, Stro?
It says TRCY.
Stop playing with me. That's the E.
That's not an E.
It's got the loop-de-loop.
Let me see.
It's got the loop-de-loop.
That's a C.
I can tell it's an E, but it's a bad
It
E.
looks like a C with a toupee.
All right, I was right fast. It's a toupee. That Trey Hendrickson. That's it. I don't know. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. You get Trey Hendrickson, it changes the defense.
Packers get Trey Hendrickson.
They're
Super Bowl.
It makes everybody on the D line a lot better. It makes the defensive backs that are right now. We don't know if we're going to have Jair. It makes everybody better. We're literally that's the player away. The Packers. The worst position is the D line. You get a guy that had 17 sacks last year. You don't think that's going to make you better?
So. The Bengals are probably reaching a level of desperation at this point.
Yeah.
The Packers could probably afford him with some roster moving. I do Zach Tom still too. Probably give him a third next year. So what are they waiting for? If that's going to make you a Super Bowl contender, what are you waiting for?
I don't know. Got to ask Goody.
Hey, Kyle, remind me how old Trey Hendrickson is.
I think he's 31.
That's correct, which means he won't be a Packer.
I mean, he got 2 good years left in him.
The Packers do front load.
The window for the Green Bay Packers is open right now. You don't know how long it's going to last because it's going to be. You're going to have to make a big decision on wide receivers coming up.
20% of the rosters will be gone next year.
The D line. If the D line sucks, right? Because this is a big year for the D line. If Kenny Clark sucks, he's gone, right? If Rashawn Gary sucks, everybody's going to be talking about what we're going to do. And I think there is a potential out for the Green Bay Packers. So now you're talking about 2 guys, and you don't really have a Devontae Wyatt. You don't know what you picked up his option. I believe they picked up his option before.
Probably don't pick up Lucas Van Ness's option.
So you're rebuilding offensive line anyway. I mean, defensive line anyways. So I'm just saying, the window for the Green Bay Packers right now, you probably got about 2 years before you got to figure out what is going to happen defensively.
I believe Rob Domofsky said that too. Whereas like this team has about a 2-year window.
Oh wow, me and Rob are in.
This was a while ago.
But
yeah, he basically said it because I think we asked him something like, what's the Packers' window? If they don't get to the Super Bowl, at what point? Or you're like, oh boy. I think he said there's a solid 2-year window with this roster. But in 2 years, you can't afford everyone.
Nope.
People are getting older. There's going to be inevitable movement, and the dynamic and the DNA of this team will change significantly.
This should be frustrating for a lot of Green Bay Packers fans because You're cheating yourself. Goody's cheating himself, and I will give him credit. What you did this off season for the offensive side of football, you did well. You did well. You solidified the offensive line. You drafted some depth in the second round with Anthony Belton, and you got yourself a number one wide receiver, potentially a Matthew Golden. When you look at the offense, there's not a lot of holes. Why not finish the dang job? Literally, you can take this team from being a playoff team to a championship contending team by getting a disgruntled defensive end who, he fits the mold of what you need. A defensive lineman that could get to the quarterback. It's not rocket science.
In a 4-3 system.
He's outsmarting himself. You're this close. You're at the finish line. Get over the dang line. That's all I'm asking.
Everything you're asking seems reasonable.
I've been so reasonable
outside
today.
of the fact that it's just not that easy to get Trey Hendrickson.
How is it not? Do they not have money to do it? Like, I'm dead serious. I don't know what kind. He's probably
also, you don't know what the Cincinnati Bengals are asking for Trey Hendrickson.
They're not going to get a first round pick.
And you also don't know if they're even going to get rid of him.
No, they're going to. They gave him permission to seek a trade. They
recently?
He said it. He just recently said it. They said that Trey Hendrickson came out. I think it was on Bust with the Boys, one of these podcasts. Y'all go ahead, Google it. Google it.
Strofe, am I missing something?
Google it.
Last time he joined Pat McAfee, he talked about how things had.
This is recent.
They still don't have a deal, so I think that's more what Kyle is referring to.
Trey Hendrickson in contract talks reportedly had a stalemate.
Find it.
Amid trade rumors.
Stalemate, good word.
No,
that is a good word.
Trey Hendrickson holds the Cincinnati Bengals hostage in contract standoff 16 minutes ago.
Hostage, not a good word.
Not a good word. Hostage, stalemate. What did you say?
The Cincinnati Bengals permitted Trey Hendrickson to seek out a trade. NFL.com.
Oh, it's a pretty reputable source.
I'm a pretty reputable source.
I don't know about that. We've been caught reading some blogs that don't have reputable sources in it.
Stop it.
That was early KBN.
I read this on some blog. Some blogger said this on the Green Bay Packers. Is it true? What is true is you got a clear view from your windows.
Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you this right now, KBN Nation. If you are thinking about making an upgrade to your windows, do it. Do it. And I'm telling you this right now. I'm not telling you to do a Universal Windows Direct. I'm telling you to make the phone call, have the in-home consultation for your free in-home estimate with Universal Windows Direct, and I already know the decision you're going to make. You're going to make that decision to work with Universal Windows Direct because right now they have their home improvement season sale where you'll get an incredible 50% off your window. Yes, half off your window. You heard that right. You can upgrade with your home to bring your home with beautiful energy-efficient windows for half the cost. And also, I know why you'll choose Universal Windows Direct is because it's even better to work with them because right now you get no interest and no payments for 12 months. So all the deals are fantastic where you don't have to pay a single penny for an entire year. But the most important thing is I promise you this. When you go home and you look at your windows, you'll say, these windows are so great from Universal Windows Direct. So this May, celebrate comfort, curb appeal, and serious savings with Universal Windows Direct by calling them at 414-410-2000, 414-410-2000, or visiting them at universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate. And like me, you'll be saying, KBN Nation, I love my windows.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman leading into the Homer Hour with Homer. A little crosstalk at 4:45 coming up soon. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What's going on? Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
But I'm giving it my all.
I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got accidents and incidents everywhere. Right now, we've got eastbound 94 at about Hawley Road, crash off on the right shoulder. We've also got a crash eastbound 894 right about at Forest Home. The right lane is blocked. It's actually a broken down truck. On the westbound side, that is a crash blocking the left lane right about at 84th Street. So heads up with that. We've also got an incident on northbound Howell right at the end of the airport spur. The right lane is closed because of this, so watch out for that. And pretty much delays everywhere else. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Partly cloudy skies, breezy, a low of 42. Tomorrow sunny with a high of 51 at the lake, 61 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kessler's has diamond pendants for Mother's Day.
Diamond pendants for only $148.
Mother's Day celebrates motherhood.
And it's always appropriate to give a Mother's Day gift to a mom.
Diamond pendants for only $148.
Your mother is a mother.
Your wife may be a mother.
Your girlfriend may be a mother.
Your sister may be a mother.
Your grandmother's certainly a mother.
You might even have a coworker who is a mother.
Motherhood needs to be celebrated.
Always.
You heard the part about the $148, right?
Giving a diamond pendant to a mom who wasn't expecting it is one of the greatest joys you'll ever experience.
The surprise on their face when you say Happy Mother's Day is worth 10 times the price you paid.
They'll remember that gift forever.
And you will too.
Welcome to Kessler's, where you can buy a diamond Mother's Day pendant for just $148.
Welcome to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, when I'm driving a vehicle down the road, it might be a 9-old car, but it looks brand new after I drive out of Tsunami Express Car Wash. That's right, Tsunami Express Car Wash. It rises above the rest when it comes to taking care of your vehicle. You spent enough on that expensive ride, you gotta take care of it throughout the life of it. And luckily for you, Tsunami Express offers state-of-the-art wash technology, giving you a long-lasting shine and protection every single time. But it's not just the exterior, it's the interior. Free vacuums, mat washers, do-it-yourself detailing supplies, tire air. There's so many reasons to go to Tsunami Express. Every time I leave, and my car looks brand new, shining, reflective. That's how good it looks. People are turning their heads as I'm driving by because I said, ooh, that car looks nice. Thank you to Tsunami Express. And there's never been easier than to be a monthly member. You can go unlimited times. I myself a ceramic member, so I can go day after day after day and make sure my car is staying beautiful. You get the daily washes, you get fast lane access, all for a low monthly price. So no matter where you are in the Milwaukee area, Tsunami Express has a location near you, and there's more coming to you. So if you want to go sign up online for your free first wash, go to tsunamiexpress.com, and always keep your head on a swivel for Tsunami Express, because you will learn why they will wash, chill, and repeat your car with Tsunami Express Car Wash.
All right, guys, I didn't listen to you.
Oh, what a surprise. Ben Brust not listening. What thing?
Yeah,
Which one?
this could be a while.
Take a guess.
Didn't listen.
I've been
to
gone
us.
for a while, so I don't know what you didn't listen.
This is interesting. What did you not listen to us on? Is it a show thing?
No, I'm playing basketball tonight.
Oh no!
I don't know why you do this to yourself.
I need a workout. I need fitness.
Well, it's called the treadmill.
Yeah.
There's
bench
nothing
press.
worse than the treadmill.
All right, well, go for a walk. Go for a walk. Walking
with your daughter. And
What are we dealing with tomorrow? Are we dealing with a black eye? Are we dealing with
So it's been concussion, right? Didn't I get
you got a concussion.
Lips, yeah.
And then 6 stitches in the lip 2 months ago, and then 3 stitches in the lip 2 weeks ago.
Here's what'll happen. Ben gets a mild to moderate injury, comes in here broken and bruised, and then he maybe takes a week or 2 or 2 off.
Yep.
And then he's back to the well.
Yeah.
What's it going to take, Ben? What's it going to take? We love you here. We love you, and we want the best for you.
Homer,
put some wisdom on this man.
He'll never change until he can't shoot anymore. When the shot goes, he's done.
What about his wife, his future wife? She told him no mas.
She didn't say that.
She wants it, though.
I'm sure she does. But she didn't say no mas.
Sources do say she wants him to be done.
You don't have sources.
She knew what she was getting into. Come on.
He trapped.
But don't you
No,
think?
he didn't trap her.
No,
he never trapped anybody.
She probably thinks.
No, she
that
thinks
he's
like
gonna
most
grow
women,
out of it.
she can change him. No, it ain't happening.
Homer, would you spend $5 on a candy bar at the airport?
Would I? Yeah. I have, but not often. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Do you do it when you're like on vacation or when you're just at the airport?
I was just lazy. There's a limit to it. You go like, I don't care how hungry I am. That is just too much.
I totally agree with you, Homer.
Disagree.
Disagree.
That's fine.
You guys would be
You're not going to hell.
You guys
to jail if you spend $5.
You guys would be disgusted at my DoorDash.
Oh, no, dude, no.
Why?
Don't even get me
I
started.
wouldn't be disgusted. Why would I be disgusted?
How expensive that is. I can't bring myself to do DoorDash.
DoorDash costs more than the food.
Oh, it's expensive.
So it doesn't matter. It's against my principle.
What, someone bringing food to you?
Yeah, like I can't get it.
In they hoopty vehicle that probably smell like skunk and got
I don't-
trash all over the place.
Can I tell you how I
Probably steal a
justify
fry.
it? I'm trying to get my order history.
How much do you estimate that you spend in 1 month on DoorDash?
How often do you get DoorDash?
Oh yeah, slow down on the questions now. Now, my theory is the last order that I got was around, for me and my fiance, $70.
Oh, hell! Oh, no!
That is ridiculous. That's
I'm the only one not
fast
bothered.
food.
Go out.
If
It's a girl world where you got enough that you can spend 70.
But
I guess.
Yeah.
if I were to go to the restaurant and eat there, I would probably spend the same amount because I would get a drink or a margarita. So it all evens itself out at the end.
You have no self-control. That is your problem. I don't do DoorDash. I'm appalled.
But he might be
by the
right.
bills of Door. No, he's not right. It's called. It's simply called having self-control and having a budget.
No, it isn't.
Yes, yeah. What
I'm
do you mean,
saving
Homer?
money. You saving money by not driving, by not going there?
Gas,
He didn't
Probably
need to get a
mile away.
margarita. He didn't need to do that. He didn't need to do all that. He could have just got some water.
Yeah, that's
It's not what he's
lame.
going to do when he's there.
Yeah, a little
I'm
lame.
fascinated by hearing all the people because, like, if you have the people you see at McDonald's or DoorDash people picking up
orders, it's crazy.
Think about that. What was? Well, describe the type of restaurant that you spent $70.
It was a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should do this.
He spent $40 on the food and $30 on the DoorDash.
Probably right.
Altogether.
No, definitely not. The delivery fee was $7.99.
Yeah. No, and then he had to tip.
That's why you do the Dash Pass.
What's the Dash Pass?
$10 a month, free delivery.
Yeah, I have heard of Dash Pass.
I have that.
Yeah. See, I think I like this. I need to learn stuff. I think
I can teach you.
You save money.
I have the Dash
and
Pass
time.
if I know
Exactly.
I'm going to be lazy
At some
for a
point,
month,
you
I
won't
get the
need a
Dash
car
Pass.
anymore.
Is this your guys' equivalent to me getting groceries delivered?
I mean, we just went from a 2-car household to a 1-car household in the last few weeks, Homer. So you're right on
Wait,
that.
she sold her car?
She was leasing it. The lease was up.
Oh.
But she didn't get a new one.
So you guys are like Brad and Lexi in Carolina when I was drafted there.
Yeah.
Sharing a car.
We live downtown, so it's very
That
welcome.
seems.
So
I would
so did
never
we.
share a car.
So you do groceries?
Yeah, I get my groceries
I've
delivered.
done it sometimes. I mean, like I use
Why
one of
do
the
you do that?
subscription
Save
services.
time or just...
Yeah, I just don't have time to go.
He's a busy fella.
Am I the only person that's poor here?
No, I am.
Not your lifestyle. You get groceries delivered. You get food delivered.
You have more in common
You
with
wanna know
me
what's
in terms
worse?
of our behavior, but I don't know if we're being smart.
I got 2 blizzards for $24 one time.
That's just wrong.
That's disturbing.
That's wrong.
The blizzard is $6.
And even worse, that person, you got to eat the blizzard right
away. It starts getting melted.
I
You
put
got
it
a
in the
worse
freezer.
blizzard.
And you paid $12 each.
Can one of you ask him why? There's got to be a why.
I have an idea.
Stroh's got an idea.
Michigan
probably wasn't thinking it all through.
Your friends at Higher Love might have an idea.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at this one. Oreo Blizzard treat with Oreo fudge brownie blizzard.
That sounds delicious.
I mean, that sounds
man.
I'm getting actually pretty hungry.
Common theme here.
things that I would never have
Saturday.
delivered. Blizzard might be one.
You've never had a blizzard?
Yeah, but I mean, no, delivered. There's
Why would you get ice cream delivered?
Yes,
No, it makes no
exactly.
sense.
They have to. Do they make it when the dasher gets there?
It's ice cream soup at that point.
Yes, it is.
Like
Milk soup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put it in the freezer. It freezes all back
So
up.
it
Good
worked
as
out
new.
okay?
It doesn't
No, it
freeze
always
the
does.
same, though.
Oh.
Now this
Hold on,
dasher,
do
this
they have
dasher
Peds
got
on
an
DoorDash?
extra tick from me one time. I ordered
no,
the
but
Dairy
people
Queen.
order food.
This is important. Good dasher. Ordered Dairy Queen. There was still snow on the ground. They put it in the snow. They didn't put it on the porch.
That's actually pretty brilliant.
Very good.
That's pretty brilliant.
So that earns you an
Did
extra
they
tip.
elicit an extra tip? Good job.
Yeah, I refuse. I just schedule my life around being able to get my food.
Honestly, the idea
can't afford that.
of
You need to
someone else-
explore.
I explore.
Wait, what happens when you have a kid?
Well, one person stays at home, the other person goes
Yeah.
get the food. What do you mean? What happened?
Listen, DoorDash ain't been around forever. Like people existed without having cars and vehicles.
I just pay for convenience.
One other
to
thing.
school.
He's not the first person to have a kid.
Right, for real though.
They've been having kids for a long time.
No,
didn't
they
need
haven't.
DoorDash.
Not in this economy.
Well, in this economy, you're spending more money.
Homer, that's just Ben's excuse for anything when it's inconvenient to him. Well, I have a kid. You'll understand someday.
He's understood.
It is a really good excuse, though, Ben.
Oh, it's a great
It's a great excuse.
It's been a lazy dad, and not like towards your daughter, but towards
damn, Kyle.
not towards your daughter, but like lazy dad, and say, "Oh, I'm lazy."
All right, real crosstalk with Homer coming up next. I mean, geez, Kyle.
He's a wonderful father.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mother's Day is coming soon. Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Ben Brust to help you out with the Welky's Mother's Day giveaway. From now through May 7th, open up the new ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to win. The winner gets a one-night stay at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, a gift card to one of St. Kate's restaurants, and of course, a big bouquet straight from Welky's Milwaukee Florist. The perfect gift for the mom in your life. Register today at the ESPN Wisconsin app. You can also get 10% off at Welky's Milwaukee Florist on any order by mentioning ESPN at checkout. It's the Welky's Mother's Day giveaway on ESPN Milwaukee.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
St. Anne Center for Intergenerational Care recently switched to James Imaging Systems for their document imaging technology. Why? CFO Sally Parente.
Well, I think that boils back down to the service. We have a good partnership with James Imaging.
With James, you get more than a vendor relationship. You get a local business technology partner.
Oh, absolutely. I can pick up the phone at any time, contact our representative, and he's right on it.
James Imaging Systems, business technology and local support for more productivity, more value.
Definitely. We're a nonprofit here. We have to watch every penny, so we really feel very comfortable in that area with James Imaging.
Comfortable enough to recommend James Imaging Systems to others?
Well, without hesitation, I would recommend James Imaging. They won't be disappointed.
James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnofthebog.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman. The summer months are all about activity, but you can't experience that activity if you have pain in your joints. QC Kinetics has been the nation's leader in non-surgical relief for that joint pain. Don't just take my word for it. There's over 50,000 satisfied patients nationwide. It's truly remarkable how Milwaukee's medical direct, Dr. Ashley Caravelli and her team, are using regenerative cell therapy to restore that tissue in your achy joints. They're utilizing biological growth factors, things I've seen with my own 2 eyes at the Greenfield location. It's a powerful and potent way to give new life to your joints, repairing that old tissue that's causing all the pain. And the best part, with QC Kinetics, there's no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Give yourself the gift of pain-free living and lasting relief with QC Kinetics so you can do all the things you enjoy this summer. Get your free consultation today by calling QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Dutch Boys Durafighter is a premium interior paint and primer in one with a tough, lasting formula. It provides great scrub resistance and durability with remarkable hide and a smooth finish. Save big on Dutch Boys Durafighter paint at Menards and start your next project today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brent Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brent Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. Oh, wow. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Brought to you by Higher Love Cannabis Company. Less than an hour from Green Bay and just over 2 from Milwaukee. Find your higher love at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Homer of the Homer Hour. What's up, Home Slicey? You're just kind of with us here.
I listened to your show, and I just want to know, all your discussion about the Packers, is that for this year's team?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's it say? That's an E.
Trey Hendrickson, the guy from Cincinnati?
Yeah, he can solve all our problems now, right?
He helps, but it doesn't solve all your problems. But now, so what are your expectations? You talk about we win the Super Bowl. One, this team ain't winning the Super Bowl. This team ain't making the Super Bowl. You should be happy if they're a top 4 seed.
Why don't you think this team's making the Super Bowl?
They were 7th seed the last 2 years. What the hell's changing?
Well, they went from
a quarterback that's in their 3rd season
and healthy.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, don't you want
a lot of young players developing into better players is something you can't expect in football.
I'm expecting them to get better.
So well, then why can't they be better?
They have no chance. There are too many teams that are better. They have no chance to win the Super Bowl.
Who's the too many teams?
No, 0. You need to understand that today and assess this season. This will be a great season if they make the NFC Championship game. This is a great season if they win the division.
So you're saying they're not in the Super Bowl window right now?
No.
You watch your mouth, old man.
Oh, wow.
You watch your mouth.
Just make stuff up.
How is that making stuff up?
This is a team that went
to the NFC champion on the ropes 2 years ago.
Oh, on the ropes 2 years ago.
And last year
they didn't even make it. The man,
they won 11 games last year.
He's been the coach for how many years?
That requires me to do
math. They had a Hall of Fame quarterback.
8?
They have never made the Super Bowl under his direction.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. What doesn't matter then?
It's a team that's built differently.
It matters what they do in 4 months.
I know. Based on what are you doing?
What does last year have to do with anything?
tells you kind of what the team you got. I checked Philadelphia.
Last time I checked, development happens in sports.
Oh,
Last time I
okay.
checked.
Yes. From a 7th seed to win the division,
Well,
to maybe
Homer,
get to the
Homer, wait a
NFC
minute.
Championship game.
Wait.
You're not talking about development. You're talking about fan craziness.
Wait.
Oh, come on.
You're actually,
Yes.
Wait.
You think they have a chance?
Yes, of course they have a chance.
So
Fine,
how,
no.
Wait,
I mean,
wait.
like, not a chance. Like,
Let's say Jalen Hurts gets injured. Let's say
Keep
Jared
going.
Goff
Just
gets injured.
make that
I don't even
Make
you don't need to go
have
into.
to-
You don't even know
the fact
you made
that
it
You have
worse.
to say Jalen Hurts. needs
Homer,
to get
disregard
hurt.
him.
Makes
No,
my
Why
day.
did you
never
was
know what's
humming
gonna
until
happen
that
in a
moment.
17-game
I know, but he's
season.
going to take that as that's what the Packers need.
That's not what I'm saying.
The idea that you saw Jordan Love in 2023 for those 8 games is part of the overall body of work of if you can take him. And if he's not injured and fighting through injuries, he can play to a level that is a very high level in the NFL at the quarterback position.
Maybe get
paired
into the
with
NFC
an all-pro
Championship game.
caliber running back with the revamped offensive line and an offensive play caller who didn't have a great year but has won many games in his career as the head coach. How can you not have any optimism the team doesn't have the potential to make a run? Like you shutting it out. You said
making a run.
You
Where are we
said,
at?
No, going. You think so?
you
have a
said
shot.
0%.
chance to win
You
the
said
Super Bowl.
0%. That is
5%
unfair.
chance to make the Super Bowl. What? Based
Okay.
on what?
Okay, so Homer,
They have the 5th best odds in the NFC to go to the Super Bowl.
Homer, I find it interesting that
5th best, I guess. How many goals? 1? They're 4 above them.
Homer,
Just made my point.
I just think it's very interesting, Homer. I'm gonna use your own stats against you, Homer. What was this team in total defense?
They were in the top 10 in both, 6th and 8th. I know what they were.
Okay, so do you not think they can improve?
I think they can improve, yes.
If they do improve, wouldn't that mean that they're going to be closer to being?
That's what I said. Win the division, get to the NFC Championship game. A great season.
So if
You
they can get to
said-
the NFC Championship game, why is it so far-fetched to get to the
Because they're
Super
better
Bowl?
teams.
No, Homer, but
They'll be a better team now.
all it takes is for a team to have a down game, and bada boom, bada bang, you find yourself winning. Now,
Bada boom, bada bang. Yes. How many?
Bada boom,
bada bang. Bada boom. How many bada boom, bada bang?
Listen, the Packers
I met on the floor.
Hey,
How many
listen,
bada booms?
we ain't had no bada booms or bada bangs in the,
Okay,
15
so
years.
you just keep holding on.
What I'm saying,
We need a couple more bada boom, bada bangs.
What I'm
Crack it
saying-
like a lacking.
My point is this: if it happens, understand how amazing it is. Anything is possible, but if it happens, they've been a number 7 seed the last 2 years.
All right, Homer, I see you. I understand why you have some doubts, and I'm not saying the Green Bay Packers are, this big championship winner. They're going to. No,
What are they?
The Green Bay Packers right now.
5th best team in the NFC.
They're this away. What is that?
That's not happening.
Well, I'm just
stop
saying,
using that.
The whole point.
You guys
is,
all keep hurting your arguments.
No, but what I'm saying is the Packers are a big defensive. They need something on the defense that can be a game changer.
The Green Bay Packers.
The best chance of that are the people that
to
have on
win
the
the
team.
NFC champ.
That's
Hang on.
your better chance.
Let's go here.
But you don't believe in Cooper?
I do.
To win the NFC championship, it's the Eagles at plus 300.
Yeah.
They're not like minus money. So again, plus 300 Eagles, plus 400 Lions,
Right.
plus 700 is the 49ers and the Commanders, and then it's the Packers at plus 900. To me,
I wouldn't have the 49ers up there.
I wouldn't have the
What about the
Commanders
Commanders?
up there.
Yes,
I wouldn't
have
put the Commanders
up
So you
there.
have the
Yeah.
Commanders ahead of the Packers.
Yes, I do.
Based off of
Jaden Daniels having one good season.
the
They got a
quarterback.
good team, too.
But if you pick the Packers over the Commanders, that's fine. Still got 2 teams above
I would
them.
say the Packers are
The
Commanders
same
in the same
people
breath.
thought Jordan Love after those 8 games at the end of the season he was going to be electric this
I know
past
we were
season.
wrong. I'm assessing
And the
that
same
now.
thing can happen about
Homer,
Jaden Daniels.
You're disrespectful.
It could be.
Homer, you do understand our boy Jordan Love was not healthy this year.
I do understand that, yes.
Are you not a Love believer?
No, he's not.
Again, I'm a believer that this organization has a fulfillment of good but not good enough. Their head coach, good but not good enough. Their general manager, good but not good enough. Their quarterback, good but not good enough. I believe I listened earlier today. Who are the stars? Who are the field tilters? You played on a team and you knew how important that was. There is no one on the Packers, not one. Maybe you could say Jacobs.
McKinney?
What?
McKinney?
Yeah.
He's not that good.
Oh, he's all
He was an all
He's
pro.
good. He's good. Well, no. Hold on. Let me ask you this. Hold on. Hold on.
You can take it back. Take it back.
I'm not taking it back.
No.
The Cooper has a better chance.
The
when You
Cooper.
watch
The Cooper.
When you watch
The
the
mini
Packers,
Cooper.
you don't go, wow, watch it. He's good, yes, but you don't feel like when you're watching him like something great or he's going to make these incredible
in those
plays.
first 5 games, you didn't say, "Oh my gosh, he's good."
I did, yes. They played 17. He's good, Do you feel like he tilts the field when he's on the
I
field?
feel like he significantly makes.
Can we just all be honest with one another real quick? That was a masterclass by Homer. Masterclass.
I disagree.
That's fine. You can disagree.
I disagree.
It's a legitimate.
Just because he put a masterclass on you doesn't mean he did
I don't know
us.
what that means. So
he got you out here talking about quarterbacks getting hurt.
You cooked.